life and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
You know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you
Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today.
Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 9th episode of Everything Plus Gaming. It has been a rough week in gaming, but the coming week is going to be awesome. The weekend started well with Astrobot and Space Marines out here doing numbers. It's actually one of the reasons why we're late today. First off, Ham will not be joining us. Ham will not be joining us because he's having internet issues, like we discussed and informed everyone on Friday. So that's the first piece of house cleaning. So looks like today is going to be a mostly solo show. I do have a couple of guests that I had planned, but links are sent. They haven't showed up yet, so I'm just assuming it's going to be me doing a solo show today. Let me put up some gameplay of Warhammer, because let me tell you, I have played about 3 hours, maybe. I played with Matt Likes Games online. We played co-op. Unfortunately, Ham couldn't join us again because of the whole internet situation. But it's a hell of a game, guys. It is a proper banger, in my opinion. Like a proper banger. Graphics are pretty good. Gameplay is extremely solid. Like, this doesn't even do it justice. The parry system, I haven't played it on the highest difficulty. Me and Matt were still playing on normal. We'll probably give it a go on the highest difficulty after beating it. But my goodness, like, no shade to Astrobot. I have it installed on my PlayStation. I have Astrobot installed on my PlayStation. I just haven't given it a go yet. I was like, let me play a little bit of Warhammer and then I'll go to Astrobot. Like, I had it planned out. I was going to play 2 hours of Warhammer, then maybe 1 hour of Astrobot. And guys, I couldn't stop. I couldn't bring myself. Like, I literally only stopped because I was like, you know what? We have a commitment to TSWS. And the only way me or Ham won't show up is if something out of our control doesn't, like, stops us, you know? So Ham's situation with the internet definitely out of his control. He doesn't have, like, he couldn't even play with us, like me and Matt. He couldn't even play with us on the campaign. So it's real. And yes, I did struggle to switch off Warhammer to come do the pod, but still, it's not out of my control. So I'm here and I'm telling you, people, I'm telling you, this thing is awesome. This thing is freaking awesome. Welcome in Big Mad Mo, Vincent Vega. Welcome in Ray Chi. What's happening? What numbers Astrobot do? Oh my goodness. Why are you messy like this? Why are you messy like this, Big Mad Mo? We haven't even gotten into the show and you're already messy. Ray Chi says he's going to solo us. Damn. Not enough strength in his build. God damn, Big Man Mo. Wow. Wow. You know what? I don't need strength. I just need charisma. I'll be fine. Tai, you by yourself. You got jokes. You got jokes, Tai. Hilarious. Ha, ha, fucking ha. I won't be on camera today. As you guys know, I was on the road. I've been on the road for like 2 weeks. I got back and essentially haven't been able to set up my stuff since I got back. And yes, instead of playing Warhammer, I could have been setting up, but it's freaking Warhammer, fellas. If anyone in the chat has not played Warhammer, all I can tell you is it is well worth your money, especially if you have buddies that can play with you, because it's good. Like, it is really good solo. But if you're playing with your buddies, oh man, that's when it goes Super Saiyan, in my opinion. Because it's different being like waiting for the computer to come heal you versus shouting like, "Yo, Matt, get your ass here at the gate. Get your ass to the gate, Matt. Hurry up." You know what I mean? It's different. It's different. And then Matt cussing you out, like your version of Matt. I don't know who your friends are. Like, I don't know, Rachie could be playing with Vince or whatever. The whole back and forth, plus the game, plus the mechanics. It's whew, it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm just disappointed that I won't be able to like not go to work and just play this for the next 3 days and knock it out. Unfortunately, because of life, I'll have to stop. But yeah, as soon as this pod's done, I'm going back for at least another hour. He could. You just need the God Emperor. Okay. Vince is currently finishing Astrobot. Vince, what rating would you give it? Would you give it the 9 out of 10 that people are talking about now, or would you lower it a bit? Or maybe Vince, maybe you'd give it a 10 out of 10. What would you give it, Vincent Vega? I'm curious. You just need the God Emperor. You're talking about Space Marines 2 that ain't out yet. Matt, you have shout, bro. Brother. It's a 10, Vince. Astrobot is a 10. Also, Big Mad Mo, what are you talking about? It's not out yet. It is out. I was playing it right now. Like, I haven't even shut off my Xbox. If we follow each other on Xbox, if you're my friend on Xbox, you can go and check what I'm playing. Like, I didn't even switch it off. I just left it on at the lobby. I'm just waiting to get off the pod so I can go play more Warhammer. I'm just being honest. It's out, brother. It is out. Trust me. Astrobot's a 10. All right. Fair enough. I'm glad you're having a good time. Big Mad Mo's not buying the hype. 8 or less. All right. Heal me, brother. Avenge me. Nah. It's nothing as gracious as that. If I die and Matt was right next to me or didn't come and revive me, I'm not even asking him to avenge me. I'm cussing him out. Like, I'm calling him all types of names and just insulting him. That's what I'm doing, if I'm being like 1,000% honest. Yeah. Space Marines 2 is early access. It was, Ty. It was early access, but today it opened up for, the brokies like me and you. Early access, I think, started on Friday. But for the rest of us normies, it's live right now. You can go and buy it right now. Big Mad Mo says, no, it ain't. It oh my lord. Who said Game Pass? Dude, come on. Mo, are you telling me a game is only out if it's on Game Pass? Are you serious? Is this where we're at right now? Like, I'm playing it on Xbox and I love Game Pass. But are we at a place now where a game's not out if it's not on Game Pass? Or maybe you're just messing with me. You must be messing with me. There's no way. There's no way. Astro is everything you need to have fun gaming. It's jolly fun. Oh, all right. All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. But I'm just saying a 10. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't want it to be or you shouldn't grade it a 10. For me, it's just different, Like, for me, a 10 is like an all-time classic. You know what I mean? You know how Baldur's Gate 3 is an all-time classic. And I won't even bring in Metal Gear. You know how Tekken 3 or the original Mario is an all-time classic. Yeah. That's what a 10 out of 10 is to me. But hey, man, if you think Astro is on that level, that's cool. That's cool. I'm all for diverse opinions and thought. All Warhammer games are on Game Pass. Yeah. Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know if they are all on Game Pass. All I'm saying is Warhammer 2 is out right now. That's what I said. And then you said it wasn't out because it wasn't on Game Pass. And that's wild to me. You got to try Warhammer 40K Space Hulk. Eventually, I'll give it a go. There is no exception. Oh my lord, this guy. Which one is on game? Okay, it came out today, Space Marines 2, but it was out earlier on early access. Exactly. For the brokies like me, it's out today. On early access, it was out on Friday. All this talk about it has to be on Game Pass to be out. I think that is, my goodness, Mo. My goodness. It's a 10 in 2024. Watch Jeff Keighley give it a 10 out of 10. Yeah, Jeff Keighley also thought The Last of Us Part 2 was a good game. What are we doing? What? No. Just no. We're not doing that. We're not saying something is awesome because Jeff Keighley said it's awesome. That's not what we're doing here. Warhammer is not a priority, so if it ain't on Game Pass, it ain't being played. You know what? Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. There's also a couple of games that a lot of people lose their minds over. And for me personally, I look at them and I'm like, yeah, I don't see it. But for those people, it's mind blowing and they can't like not play it or whatever. That's cool. For me, this is a can't miss game. Warhammer is a can't miss. Sorry, Space Marine, not Warhammer. Space Marine is a can't miss game because there's a whole bunch of Warhammer games that I'm not really stressed about. No, I said it gets Game of the Year to show it's a people's game. Ah, okay. I thought we were just talking about me and you and about what can make a game objectively a 10 out of 10. And it looked like you were defending Astrobot by using Jeff Keighley as like a point. And for me, I'm just saying, for me personally, I would give more credence if IGN said it was a 10 out of 10. But if it's Jeff Keighley saying it's a 10 out of 10, come on, bro. That's not enough for me. I bought Prince of Persia. SMT5 and Visions of Mana. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like we all have different tastes in video games. We all see certain games and like, you know what? This for me is like a tier 1 game. This is a tier 2 game and a tier 3 game. That is perfectly fair in my opinion. It is 100% fair for you to say I like there's some games that I have to buy day 1. Some games I'll wait for a deep sale, and other games, bro, other games I'll just wait for it to drop on PS Plus, or wait for it to drop on what is it? On Game Pass. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm the guy, right? I'm the guy that's going to buy Football Manager 2025 day 1. Matter of fact, I'll pre-order that motherfucker. So I'm not even here trying to tell you that no, you should definitely be playing. No, 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 no. If you're not down for Space Marine 2 right now, day 1, that's fine. It's perfectly fair. And Visions of Mana, I heard, is a very good game. It's just unfortunate that it looks like the studio might fall apart. Low IQ gaming is dying. Meanwhile, gaming 2020 releasing too many bangers after bang. Yes, Rachie. Yes, yes. Cue that chick from Acolytes. Yes, yes. Like this is one of the best times of game. You know what? This is the golden age of gaming right now. Right now, gaming has never been better. Video games have never been better than what they are right now. Sure, as a customer you have to be more discerning, otherwise you'll fall into the trap of so much slop. Like 5 towels won't sort it out for you. You know what I mean? But if you know what you're doing, which I assume most of the people in the chat here know what they're doing, if you know what you're doing, we are spoiled for choice. Like the amount of bangers that we already have in our backlogs, the amount of bangers on our subscription services, and the amount of bangers that are incoming, it's too much. Like we would need to stop working, like having actual jobs. Some of us would need to get divorced to get through these games at a proper rate. That's how good it is for gaming. So definitely. Nah, just joking. Okay. Astrobot is like a game of the year. Too much hype and vibes. Only game competitions is Final Fantasy and potentially Assassin's Creed. Which are you talking about? Assassin's Creed, Yasuke? Come on, come on. There's no. Oh my god, no way Yasuke wins. Indiana Jones. Yeah, yeah, maybe, especially now that it's supposedly maybe going to, sorry, eventually going to PlayStation. That is all, and I've also been playing the hell out of TFD, so not point in buying anything if I'm not going to play it. Fact, fact. I was actually talking to my brother yesterday on the PlayStation chat in the lobby. He was playing Black Myth Wukong, and I was installing Astrobot while also playing Black Myth Wukong. And we did talk about this. Like we bought a lot of games, especially last gen. We bought a lot of games that we didn't actually play. And when I mean actually play, I'm not saying starting it up and getting like the first trophy or whatever. I'm talking about actually play, like finish it and maybe even go for a new game plus. If we're honest, 90% of the time we don't do that. You know, we don't get our money's worth from a lot of these games. And he was just talking about like now he's taking a more discerning approach to how he purchases games and whatever. And I 100% agree with this sentiment, Big Mad Mo. If you know you're not going to play it, don't buy it. It's just if you know you're not going to play it right now that you're buying it, what are you doing? You're just throwing money into the wind. You're pissing it into the wind. There's better things to do. I think Game Pass users are getting another free DLC for Persona 3. Yeah, yeah. Game Pass has been excellent for years now, and them like including including DLC with the games in them, that's a big plus. Big plus. I believe so. Tomorrow, PS5 announcement, Platinum, Astrobot tonight, and selling the PS5. I'll probably do the same thing, but not now. When the PS5 Pro gets announced, I'll think about it. Like if there's a huge benefit, I'll probably get the Pro. Probably get the Pro. But as it stands, I'm not sold. Well, I don't know anything, so I can't be sold, right? We'll see. PS5 Pro, Astrobot ain't selling, or is it? I don't know, dude. Like, I'm not. I think you guys saw the same report that I did. Problems I didn't bookmark it because it wasn't from a verified source. Like, no offense, but it didn't come from somewhere that we could trust. You know, what they were saying. So I didn't really take it at face value that it's not selling. I'd hold off until actually gets announced. Amount of tyrants in this game are bigger than Plague, Rats, Tails, and World War Z. But it's so satisfying to kill these things. Oh, and then the combos that you can string along. Dude, it is just amazing. And then me and Matt were playing, like he was playing with the rifle mostly. And then I was going with I was more close range and he was more long range. It worked wonders. It was awesome. It was awesome. Just selling my main console. I got backup for Hex. My goodness. This guy has 2 PS5s. All right. How much subs do you think COD will bring? 1 million, 2 million, 5 to Game Pass? I don't think they'll bring many, honestly. And it's not because people don't care, but because uh, awareness is a thing. You know, a lot of people, and I'm using my region as the main example. A lot of people look at Call of Duty and they just assume you have to buy a PlayStation to play Call of Duty. You know, a lot of people assume that PlayStation is like most of these deals that they have with like FIFA and stuff. There's a lot of people that think it's just PlayStation that has these games because PlayStation does the legwork to do the marketing, which is why I think it's wild. That's why I think it's wild that Xbox hasn't been either very aggressive with the marketing or just remove it from PlayStation, even if it's to remove it for for a year and then put it back on. I don't know, something, because it's obvious to me, you and everyone else in the chat and most hardcore gamers that no, you can play Call of Duty wherever. But it's so funny the amount of casuals that don't know that. There's a large amount of people that they just think, oh, this thing is only I have to get this on PlayStation because that's where it got marketed. And then that's what happens. So I don't think it's going to move lots of numbers because the people that are on PlayStation have no real motivation. There's nothing pushing them to the Xbox. It's the same CPU. Only person is getting DLCs. Meanwhile, Microsoft games, you need to buy DLC. It is what it is, Rachie. It is what it is. What did they say? I didn't see anything. You underestimate the power of Game Pass and the power of COD. I think you guys overestimate how much people investigate before spending money. That's what I think you guys underestimating. I think a lot of people, as soon as they buy the box, right? As soon as they say, I've bought a PlayStation, literally that is it until next gen. A lot of people. And because Xbox has not taken the time to do the necessary marketing, so everyone knows that, dude, these games are all on Xbox also, and you can play them through Game Pass, etc., etc. I don't see people moving, not because people are loyalists. I think people won't move because they don't know that they're missing anything. You know that saying in, well, I'm sure it hasn't only been said on the Matrix, but in the Matrix, someone mentions ignorance is bliss. And I feel that's how like 70% of the casual gamers on console, at least, that's how 70, at least 70% of them are. They buy their console, they buy games on that console, and they keep it pushing. It's only us that, nickel and dime and get the best value and know that no, you can get this for like $15 cheaper, you can get that for $20 cheaper, etc. Most people are just like, bro, can I get COD on PlayStation? Yes, okay, cool. And that's it. You got a launch edition sealed in box one, jailbroken. Oh my god, Vince. I thought I was a PlayStation simp. Genshin will bring 1.6 millions temporary users to get the Game Pass perks. But if they get the perks, if they keep the Game Pass perks rolling, those people are they're gonna keep coming. There's nothing being marketed with PlayStation at all. There's no PlayStation marketing. Bro, okay, let me put it this way. Reputation, right, precedes people and products. For years, maybe even decades, a lot of people have been associating Call of Duty with PlayStation. At least the people that I've spoken to who are not like massive gamers like you and I, Big Mad Mo. I'm talking about people that just get on, they buy that one game, and then they play when they can, and they engage in microtransactions, etc., etc. Right? You're casual. A lot of these guys, when you tell them, yeah, you can play this on Xbox, they're like, what? Oh, okay. And even then, they're not really stressed to get an Xbox. Do you know what I mean? But these people live for these games, whether it's FIFA or COD, which is why well, sure, they promised in the lawsuit or whatever, the court case with Activision, the promises that they made, they did promise that they wouldn't take them off. So now they have to deal with it. But in my personal opinion, long term, if Xbox had acquired and made the Activision games exclusive, oh, that was going to do damage. We were just speaking about Whoopi Goldberg making Diablo 4 go viral because they removed it from Apple, or it wasn't working on her Mac or whatever for some reason. So, yeah, exclusives still matter. That's all I'm saying. If COD can't bring that influx of Game Pass subscribers, nothing will. It won't bring them because it's not exclusive to Xbox. The fact that you can still go and get it on PlayStation means that people are not going to go. There's something to be said about, yo, I use my PlayStation all the time, and there's no reason for me to not use it. I'll just buy it. I'll just keep. I've been buying COD for all these years. Why am I not going to buy it now? You know what I mean? A lot of people feel that way and see that, and it's fine. It's fine. So that's why for me, I don't see like crazy numbers on Game Pass. If the numbers do go up, I think it would be more for like at the Amazon Fire Stick thingy. That would get people to sign up. It's cheap as hell. It's convenient. Yeah, that would get people to sign up to Game Pass, not Call of Duty. COD wasn't what brought me to Game Pass. Games with gold sucking so bad, I got cancer. Made me get Game Pass. Oh shit! Hold on. All right. I'm putting this one on Twitter. What? Rachie, what? Oh my goodness! So bad you got cancer. Wow. Hold on. Let me post this on Twitter. Goodness me. That's vicious. Heartless, Rachie. Heartless. My best suggestion to increase the value of Game Pass is to stop selling old games, 360 games, and lock it all down to Game Pass, then slowly locking down Xbox One games. Uh, ooh, Cygnus, as in like not give people the ability to buy games. Is that the idea? Please explain. When you say lock, what are we talking about? Like you can't buy games from 360 gen. You can only play them through Game Pass. Is that what you're suggesting? Yes, remove. Oh my goodness. That is very anti-consumer. That would make me less interested in Game Pass because, well, I don't know. I guess for other people maybe that might work, but for me personally, the way I use Game Pass is I'll try a game that I'm not sure of, you know, though especially like the day one launches on Game Pass, I'll give those a go, and if it's a game I enjoy, then I'm like, all right, add this to my wish list. I'll buy it when I have time to play it. And then obviously the usual song and dance, right? Xbox will announce that the game is leaving Game Pass, and then obviously now you have to buy it because freaking because the 15% or 20, I don't know. There's a discount. It's a pretty hefty discount on all games on Game Pass. The discount disappears if the game leaves Game Pass. So now you have to buy it, even if you don't have time for it. That's how I engage with Game Pass, right? Most of the time. So when you say, "Oh man, this idea," whew, I would not be happy about that, dude. I would not be. I'm sure it might move some numbers, but I would be pretty upset about that, Cygnus. Loke is right. If you want a Game Pass sub, you need to take it away from PlayStation. Best way to increase Game Pass subs is to put it on Steam, yes, and to reach people through cloud. Forget console. You know what? Is a better way to do it, Tai. Just go 100% mobile. And I've said this hundreds of times, and I believe that they will implement. If there's no way they're dumb enough not to look into this and hire someone to look into it, they need to figure out a way to bundle Game Pass into their King IP. So you pay your $15, right? Your $20, $25, whatever per month of Game Pass, and then you get perks not only on PC and console, but you also get perks on mobile. If you do that, oh my goodness. And then if you have like a couple hundred decent mobile games that are on mobile Game Pass, you know what I mean? Like your cell phone Game Pass, then it's going to do numbers. Then you're going to get a lot of subscribers, people that don't care nothing for PC and console gaming, which is a lot of people. If we're honest, it's a lot of people. Look, I finish 1 to 2 games a month, and Games with Gold was an awesome value. It's ruined it. Microsoft make it cheaper product suck to make us upgrade. Yeah, essentially that's what they did. They made Games with Gold so bad, everyone just had to just go to Game Pass because Games with Gold is just offensive. It was to the point where you were only paying Games with Gold just so you could play online because the games they gave you were pretty bad. They were bad. Don't buy, just download next Game Pass game. Hell no. No, 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 no. When I'm proper invested in a game, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. And now I'm using the two pronged approach, Vega. Now I'll sample a game on Game Pass or PS Plus, and if I really like it, I'll go to gg.deals and buy it on PC. Simple. Simple as. All right. All right. So yeah, I've been playing Space Marine 2. What a game. What an absolute banger. The problem with the king situation is you might be cannibalizing your own profits. How many casuals will sign up to Game Pass to play king because of discounts? Not much, but whales will. So the whales that will spend like $100 a month might end up spending less. Um, I don't know, man. Like we would need to then sit with the with the accounts team, Ty, because for me, the way I look at it is, yes, you will lose a lot of whales, but you will gain a lot of casuals, and I think those casuals will outnumber the whales. That's just me, because I think a lot of people are comfortable spending 15 $20 on mobile games every month, especially the people that are already addicted to like your Candy Crush or whatever. If you give them a deal where it's like, yeah, spend $20 per month on Game Pass and then get like 100 lives or something. I don't even know how the economy works, right? I think people would sign up for that. I really do. Wales already spends hundreds. Yeah, yeah. But I think the casuals will outspend the whales. The 15 $20 of millions more people will outweigh a couple $100 from I don't know, a couple 100,000 people, in my opinion. Also, fanboys were telling me just get Game Pass instead of demanding Xbox better. Also, Game Pass core is a scam compared to PS Plus Essentials. Yes, yeah, dude. We 100% agree on this one. Game Pass, just get Ultimate. Anything below that, you're not maximizing your buck. You need to get bang for your bang for your buck. Are you going to watch the Mark Cerny technical breakdown of PS5 Pro? You know what, Cygnus, I will. What I'll do is I think I'll probably just watch, not Digital Foundry. I'll probably watch like, oh no, it's Alex's breakdown of it, or someone else's breakdown. Because what's probably going to happen is they're going to get super technical, right, about the PS5. And I'm not one of these people that pretends to do or understand computer sciences, right? And people like, oh no, it's Alex, whether he understands computer sciences or not, it seems that he has a firm grasp of how these internals function for these consoles and these PCs. And he knows how to communicate it to the layman like me, right? So, what I'll probably do is just wait for his video to come out and then I'll react off of that. But yeah, I'm not seeing myself watching it and then pretending like, oh yeah, I know what whatever spec means or whatever alloy means or how it affects the game performance. I don't know, dude. Come on. I'm the guy that wants to become a PC gamer, but instead of building it myself, I'm just going to save up money and go to these places that do pre-built and buy a monster PC. So yeah, I will definitely watch it, but I'm not going to watch it live and pretend I know exactly what he's saying. The most sub base is ultimate anyway, so core really doesn't matter. I agree. I agree. This is why the family plan is important. Normally, it's the mom playing Candy Crush. You need content for everyone if you want. Exactly. Ray G. Dude, Xbox needs to hire you, bro. Seriously. They need to hire you because clearly you understand what the people want. This is the type of stuff that would get the ball rolling. The family plan that they already rolled out, me and my brothers gave it a go because it was available in South Africa, right? The family plan that they rolled out last year, they tested it out for a couple of months. We absolutely loved it. If they could roll that into mobile, even if they made it more expensive, If you could roll that into mobile to where it's not just me and my brothers reaping the benefits, it's our wives and our kids, dude, that's game set match. Xbox wins if they can figure out how to do that. Heavy discount like 70% off. I can buy a Steam. Everything else I buy physical. Yeah, yeah. 100% agree with you. But I don't want to buy games off Steam that I won't enjoy. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm saying Game Pass is still important to me because I want to get the core loop and be like, oh, yeah, for sure, I can see myself putting in, the required 20 or 30 or 40 or 80 hours needed to finish this. You know what I mean? Like buying Elden Ring on PC, rebuying it on PC because I already bought it on PS, I already bought it on Xbox. Rebuying it on PC was nothing to me because I knew what I was stepping into. Do you know what I mean? So Game Pass gives me that opportunity without having to actually buy the game. And then when I'm sure that, oh yeah, definitely I want to play this, I'll just go buy it. I wouldn't pay Netflix if my family didn't use it. Facts. Facts. I would only pay Crunchyroll. Actually, you know what? I do watch Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, there's a movie I watched on the plane ride back to Maputo. You guys should look into it. Let me write it in the chat. It's called Rebel Ridge. It looks like Jack Reacher. You know, if you watch the trailer, right? It looks like Jack Reacher if he was a black guy, but it's so much more than that. You guys should really look into it if you have the time. Um, I see value with Netflix because I can share the enjoyment. Yeah, facts, facts. All right, let's get into some of this news. Jeez, um, where are we? The doctor disrespect situation. Oh my goodness. You know what? Before we get into the doctor disrespect thing, I wanted to share something with you guys. Oh, Vince watched it, says it was fun. Yeah, Rebel Ridge it's a decent little movie. It's not the greatest thing that's ever happened, but we don't need every movie to be a banger. It can be just good. That's not a problem. It can be just a good movie. Anyways, so I wanted to share this with you guys so we could quickly discuss. This is the actor for Charon in Warhammer, right? So he says, yeah, it's finally here. I'm beyond excited to share that I had the absolute honor of voicing, performing, and doing motion capture for Charon in Space Marine 2, which launches today. And I want you guys to look at this character. I'm just trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. We sit here and we talk about woke, not woke, or whatever. Hey, legendary Yobi, peace, love, life. Welcome in, Yobi. I'm soloing the chat today, Yobi. I'm soloing the chat. I could use some assistance. Anyways, so look at this guy. Look at this guy, right? We're always, me myself included, we're always bitching about, oh, this female character doesn't look like the female character in the game, etc., etc. But guys, look at these two. They look nothing alike. They look nothing alike, but no one's bitching. No one's talking about, oh, the character in the game. And I'm specifically talking about the Star Wars protagonist, the Star Wars Outlaws protagonist. If anyone's bitching about this guy, about the appearance difference, right? I haven't seen it. Let's check the comments. Maybe there's something in the comments here. Maybe there's something. Look at this. You did a great job. You killed it. Awesome work, right? I haven't finished the work, but I haven't finished the game, but it's great. And congratulations. Good job. Thank you for your service. Congrats. Yes, excellent job. Fellas, Ain't nobody talking about the fact that there is a very clear difference between the face of this character and the actor. Exactly. Big Mad Mo. And now we get to the crux of the matter. People gonna start calling me woke 7 after I finish this little rant here. I'm gonna go back to being woke 7. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it. Oh, she looks so ugly in the game. But look at the beautiful actress. They butchered her. All right, then. Where are these guys, right? Where are these guys when this is happening? Where are they? Because I don't see them in the comment section. I don't see them trending on anything. Because I saw them all over the place with the whole Star Wars thing. No one is bitching because he's a man, look. I told you it's all a grift. Gamers are childish. Now, Tai, sit down. Sit down. All right? Gamers are not childish. I'm not childish. I'm a gamer. I'm not childish. And when you say gamers are childish, you're saying the majority of us are childish. That's wrong. That's incorrect, in my opinion. I think it's a loud minority that feels that way. And I don't feel it's fair, right, to paint the majority by the minority. I think it's perfectly fair to paint to paint the minority by the majority. I know people call it stereotyping or whatever, but I think it's perfectly fair. But I think the majority of gamers don't really care about these types of differences. Richie, are they supposed to look alike? I don't know, dog. I don't know. I was just noticing, right? I was just noticing that when a female actress is different from from the character that gets deployed within the game, people clutch their pearls, and you start seeing tweets that have hundreds of thousands of likes and retweets. But here we have a black man who looks almost nothing like the character in the game. Like the only thing these two share in common is the skin color. Yobi says he can see the eyes. But even then, the face is totally different. Exactly, Yobi. But no one's bitching. Let it be a woman. Let it be a woman. You know what? I'm going to keep this bookmarked. Yeah. Next time I see anyone bitching about a woman that doesn't look like the in-game character, I'm going to share this and I'm going to ask the person, all right, so where were you when this happened? Because I didn't see any tweets. Please share something that you sent with your outrage, saying, "Oh my God, he looks nothing like the actor." Look at this dude. Nothing but positivity. Nothing but positivity. All right. All right. There we go. Start the show off with some hypocrisy. How sure the OG voice actress of Bayonetta looks 100% like the I don't know about that, bruv. I don't think she does. You know what? I don't think she does. I don't think she does. Even Gaz didn't complain in the car. Exactly. I think we should just come out and say it. You know? I think people should just come out and say what they really want to say. Because at first I was like, okay, maybe it's because people don't like ugly characters. I don't know, dog. This guy's not very handsome, in my personal opinion. In fact, none of the Space Marines look handsome. They look disfigured. They look like people that have gone through hell and back. Like you can tell on their face that they don't look okay, you know. And I'm not trying to hang with these type of people. I'm not trying to take pictures with them. You know, if I was gay, I'm not trying to hook up with them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Optimus Prime doesn't look like the voice act. Exact. Oh my goodness. Richie. Wow. All right. Oh, anyway, going back to the crescendo. Oh, sorry. Ty, welcome in. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me good?
Welcome. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. You're late,
Okay.
but you're on time.
Was it? I thought it was 9
Well,
o'clock, right? Or am I
yeah,
an hour late?
yeah.
No, it's always been 9. I don't think it's been 8. No, I mean my time, GMT time. It's 9 o'clock here.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I
It's
asked
always 9
you.
o'clock Central African time, brother.
Because that's why that's why I asked you in the chat. I was like, "Are you doing it by yourself today? What's going on?" But anyways, my bad.
Oh my goodness. It's fine. It's fine. Just feeding into the stereotype of black people being late. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Xi Jinping does not look. Oh, whoa, Richie, I'm still trying to get the bag. All right, don't ruin it for me. All right, don't ruin it for me. But anyway, let me get to my crescendo. Then we'll get to what you've been playing, Ty. My
Before you even
crescendo
say it,
was
I was gonna say just
yeah.
real
Well,
quick. You notice how like because when people complain about this character, they'll point to the nose looks different. It's this way, it's that way, or the lips are like this. Like they go into so much detail. And I'm looking at this picture, and you're right, it doesn't look anything like him, like at least from this angle. And I'm just wondering where all the complaints are. And that
yep.
is the truth. Like it's not because it's a man, no one really cares. And if it's a woman, then it's a problem. And this is why I say that a lot of these people, I don't take them seriously because they don't, as a standard, as a baseline, they don't actually care. They're just picking and choosing what they care about.
Mm. I would go a step further than that. I would say people are just afraid to say the quiet part out loud. The quiet part, Ty, chat. People don't like looking at ugly women.
Yeah, listen, there's definitely truth there. That's the majority of it.
That
It
is
rubs them the wrong way.
yeah.
Do you want to?
It's
You want
just
to
that
know
no
why?
one wants to
Because
say it, but no one
it's
wants to
also
say it out loud.
it's also because if you really think about the gaming industry, not even gaming industry, like even like films, music,
Fashion, everything, dude.
women have been objectified for like a very long time. So now we're swinging this way when we're trying to make them more normal, natural, and maybe you can like argue that like, hey, we've kind of swung towards the left too much, right? So we're not making them as attractive as they should be. But let's at least recognize that prior to this,
look like men. Ty, they're starting to look like men. Come on. Come on. Like maybe they don't all look like Liv Tyler, right? Maybe they don't all look like Halle Berry in the James Bond movie, but they don't look comparable to you and me facially, just with no facial hair.
Yeah, so there's some truth there, right? I think the key word here is balance. So for me,
Yeah.
we need to kind of go somewhere in the middle. However, these people don't want middle. They want things to go all the way back to the way it was before. That's the problem.
To the idealized version.
Like the example I could even give you is Mortal Kombat. Like I've sent, I retweeted this as well, where like the previous Mortal Kombat characters, they had huge proportions and they were all naked. All naked, right? And I'm saying that somewhere in Mortal Kombat XL to what we have now is actually decent, but people don't want that. They want it to go further back to the part where they were all naked. That's the problem.
Okay, so you know what my issue is with that one? You know what my
What's-
issue is with that one?
What's the problem?
Is that the same people like you saying, no, cover up the women, bring down the proportions. Y'all are silent as a church mouse when Jax walks in the room. Not a single squeal at the size of his thighs. I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Y'all are very quiet. And I'm curious about that, Tai. Why is it that you're bothered by women having exaggerated proportions in a video game, but you're not bothered by men having exaggerated proportions in a video game?
Well, no, not really. They can have proportions. I think the problem is when it's excessive, right?
Exactly, Tai. And my point is, I have never, never, never seen one. I'm not even talking about 100. I have never seen a single one of people that feel the way you do of we need to bring the proportions, in line with what's acceptable, realistic, or balanced, whatever, for the women. I have never seen, whether it's a tweet, whether it's a video, whether it's a Instagram post, nothing. No one is like, bro, have you guys seen Scorpion's biceps? What the fuck? Has anyone seen Jax's chest? Oh my God. I can't believe they're doing that. That is so wrong. Not once.
Yeah, but if you look at it, even the new Mortal Kombat game, even the guys have slimmed down. They're not as muscly. They're not as they're not as in your face as they were before. Like so, even like all the characters have got proportion changes.
Let's look at some video.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's not just talk about it.
Also, don't forget to check out Mortal Kombat XL, because I think the aesthetics in XL is probably one of the best ones, right? I think people's proportions were, while there was still, I think XL had the best proportions, best everything, right? The only issue is that people see the character designs now, and because the characters are dressed a little bit better, maybe they wear more clothes, that they're complaining, they're being upset.
Yeah.
I don't think I understand why people can be upset, like, a little bit in terms of proportions or whatever, like, these massive changes. But
all right. This
Scorpion,
proportion is okay.
Sub-Zero.
This is normal. This is normal to you.
No, he's huge.
Okay. Let's keep it pushing. Okay. No one gives a fuck about Alien because it's a fucking alien.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this guy's all covered up, but he's from a movie, and that's how he dresses.
Yeah,
in
so
movie.
he wouldn't count. Check out Kung Lao. Okay,
he's
okay, a lot slimmer.
Okay, but Kung Lao was always slim.
But that's
that
my
was
point.
Always his thing.
Okay, Kung Lao, right?
Let's skip Jax. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we can skip him. Okay,
Sonya?
She looks cool. Yeah, she looks good, right?
No, I don't think she looks good.
You don't think her proportions are okay?
No. So for me,
she's
at
too
least,
big. She's too slim.
I'd like her to be taller.
Yeah, but when we talk about proportions, we mean like body shape, right? Not really height.
Oh, body shape. Yeah, she looks fine. She looks just like the other one. She's just more covered up clothes wise, and that matters to me in this discussion because when you look at the men, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy, this is what he looked like in the original Mortal Kombat, and it goes right back to me to the core of most franchises. It's like, bro, if you're not here for what made this thing what it is today, you don't have to be here, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Does that was I clear with that?
Say that part again. I missed that. I was Neo Gamers Park is in the chat.
If you're not here For what? Hey, welcome in, Neil. Says, damn, I entered the stream and homie's talking about male video game character looks. Wait a minute, what type of time y'all on today? All right, some context for Neil GameSpark. So what happened was, I was pointing out the irony of this. Hold on, let me share it. Otherwise, we'll lose our train of thought. I was pointing out the irony of this. Like, everyone was bitching about the Star Wars chick not looking like the character in the game, right? But, well, not everyone, right? But a vocal group of people were very upset about the difference in looks from the Star Wars chick and the character rendered in game. And I was like, all right, where are these people when this actor over her as this character in the game? Because when you go to the comment sections, it's all love, all of it. You did a great job, killed it, awesome, etc., etc. Just roses all over the place. But he looks nothing like the character on the screen, in my opinion. Yobi says he can see the eyes, but I don't see it. You know? So while me and Taya were talking about it, and Taya brought up a good point, which is they're trying to bring the balance with proportions and whatever. And I was like, okay, fine. But why is it when people are talking about bringing in the balance of proportions, and we're using Mortal Kombat as an example, right? Why is it that we only worry about the proportions of women? No one is worried about the proportions of men. And we're using Mortal Kombat as one of the examples. So going back to what I was saying, Ty, the way that I feel about Sonya being all covered up, right, for the modern audience is, if you're not here for what made Mortal Kombat, then you don't have to be here. That's my point.
So my disagreement there is franchises can evolve, or not they can evolve, they should evolve at some point. The culture of a specific time will change. And when that change happens, you have to adapt, right? You can't just stick to maybe 80s way of thinking in a 2020 present day time.
You know what you should do?
It's just not going to work.
You know what you should do, Ty? You should let it evolve as the community evolves.
But it has evolved, right? Because no one is looking at
it. Hasn't.
Well, put it this way: no one is looking at Mortal Kombat XL and saying this is wrong. Like, so you could look at Sonya, for example, right? You could still get Sonya's dressing code, the green, like it's an attire in the game. The difference here is the story is she's like a general. She's an army conductor lady, right? So why is she wearing green when everyone is wearing like an army kind of suit, like a specialist suit? It wouldn't make sense.
Come on, dude. You want to make sense in a world where this chick has a mouth like that? Are you serious?
You have to make sense. Yeah, but the world has to respect its own lore,
Montaro,
right?
Do you know what Montaro looks like, bro? You know what Montaro looks like? Come on, dude.
Yeah, but okay, but like,
if we're going to make sense,
be real for a second,
let's make sense then.
All right, let's be real for a second on that. Look at all these characters as we're seeing them, right? They all have a particular aesthetic going on. Yeah, we all agree with that. Yes. Sonya wearing her green outfit doesn't fit her.
Yeah. According to you.
Really? Look how dark everything is. Why would a green bright lady with a green suit fit in? Especially as an army general.
I'll take your Sonya and I'll raise you a Kazuya. How the hell is a guy dominating the world in a fucking, what are those pants of his, those white pants, and shirtless? How is that supposed to make sense? And this guy is now like considered almost a nuclear weapon by himself as a person. Come on, dude. The aesthetics of a franchise matter, right? And it's one of the reasons why a lot of people were turned off by the campaign of Gears 5 and just went straight to the multiplayer. because the aesthetics matter. Maybe not to you, right? But to the people that have been in a franchise for a long time and paying attention to these things, when they see that stuff, they're allowed to be turned off by it. I think Kano's too much. Look at this, dude. Does this come on?
Yeah, but
That's
I think okay. So
steroids.
the reason why I'm saying you're wrong. Okay, this is why I said XL is probably the
Mm.
best one. Is the fine balance, right? Because you don't have the extreme nudity. But look at Johnny Cage. Does this make
Yes.
sense for Johnny Cage?
I don't think it does. That's not very Hollywood.
Oh my days, man. Listen, Neo Game Sparks says stuff that was acceptable 30 years ago probably isn't okay now, and vice versa. I'm all for creating good looking characters if that's what the devs want to do. If not, oh well, keep it pushing. I completely agree. But I think the main thing here is there is nothing in this game, Mortal Kombat XL, where we can say they've strayed from the core. Like, let's go to Mileena for a second.
Has she passed?
Yeah, she's okay. Well, go to Kitana. She's right beside Scorpion.
Hold on. Damn it! All right, hold on. Kitana. She should be in blue, I think.
Yeah. She's right beside Scorpion, so I think she's probably passed already. But if you look at Kitana, like, compare her outfit to what it was before in the past.
Okay, these guys didn't do Kitana on this video. They didn't do Kitana.
Okay. Well, we can deal with Mileena. Mileena is an example. Okay, there's Kitana.
Oh, that's Kitana. There's
like
Kitana.
this. Like, what's wrong with this? Is showing what people want. You can say it that way, but sometimes it's covering up a little bit more. It's a little bit more. It's different. It's more mysterious. Whatever it is, like, it's still a sexy outfit. There's nothing to complain about.
Looks nothing like Kiryu. Sorry, I'm sorry. Reggie, what the hell, dude? You're on a road today. Seriously. Yeah, but Ty, you're right. Kitana specifically, right? Kitana specifically, she looks fine.
Mileena, they all look fine. they all make sense. That's what I'm trying to say. XL was probably the best.
All I need to know.
XL was probably the best merger, best marrying of the past and the future or the present.
You want to read the comment on the screen right now?
Mortal Kombat XL is the worst Mortal Kombat to me. She makes me sick looking at it. I mean, I don't know why. Is that from a gameplay perspective, character perspective? Like, what are we talking about?
I don't know. Like, I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan. I'm strictly a Tekken fan, and I just listen to the people that play Mortal Kombat a lot, and a lot of them do not like what they see in the recent Mortal Kombat, and because I'm not a super fan, I had to take them at their word for it. Like, no offense to you, Ty, but I'm guessing you're not a super fan. Yes?
No, I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat. Maybe I'm not like a hardcore fan.
Do you play every single Mortal Kombat that comes out?
I've played every single one apart from the latest one.
No. Do you buy every single Mortal Kombat, right? And then play the shit out of it?
I haven't bought every single Mortal Kombat, but I've bought more Mortal Kombat, played more Mortal Kombat than Street Fighter, Tekken, and Smash Bros.
All right, so you're not a super fan then?
I'm not a super fan though.
No, all right. I just when it comes to people talking about lore and the extended histories of whatever franchise, I try to listen a little bit more to the people that are super into it than myself.
But the complaint isn't lore though. The complaint is characters are not as sexy as
looks.
The looks, yeah.
That matters. Dude, half the time when you're playing a video game, what are you doing? You have to look at it to play it, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's one of the reasons you fall in love with franchises, bro. Like, I fell in love with Solid Snake because I liked the way he jogged in Metal Gear Solid 1. And when I saw what's his name? When I saw Raiden jogging the same way in Metal Gear Solid 2, even though I hated the fact that he wasn't Solid Snake, there was a bit of a connection there. And then in Metal Gear Solid 3, the boss actually kind of runs and jogs in the bush the same way Snake jogs. Do you see the little connection there that you can make with just the little things that you see on the screen, little mechanics? With Kazuya, there's certain celebrations that Kazuya does on Tekken that I know by heart. Like I know when as soon as I win, I know I'm just gonna hold triangle or hold Y, and I know what's going to happen. And if tomorrow they say that that particular stance is offensive, let's make Kazuya just make a bow. To you, Tae, that's not a Kazuya fan. It's like, bro, look, chill. To me, it's like, dude, that's my favorite character, and I've been playing this series specifically just for him. And that pose is one of the cherries on top of the cake that I devour every time I buy Tekken. So it's a reason for me to make a 30-minute rant video and then go and bitch about it on Twitter every day for a year. Do you see why, for me, I give a little bit of leeway to the super fans?
No. No. No, I think you're giving too
He's
much.
going down.
I think you're giving too much grace.
Swinging.
For sure. I
Wait.
think.
So you're saying I have no right in that example that I gave you of Kazuya, of a Kazuya pose or winning pose? Are you telling me that I would have no right as a super fan to bitch about it?
If it's I mean, it's I don't think a pose is a core fundamental, but yeah, I can see why somebody might be annoyed a little bit that something has changed. But people do change every time. Even I'm sure I'm sure there were things you did or said when you were younger, and now that you're older, you've probably changed, right? Like it's part of
Yes.
growing up. It's just life, and the fact that some of these people don't want anything to change at all is just absolutely ludicrous. I don't understand. It's a bit mad that they get so upset over little things. And here's the problem: when something little changes, they go extreme. They stop looking at the little things that's changed, and they start to overhype it and make it look big. That's the problem, because now you can't really take them seriously anymore. I'm trying to find you a picture. I'm going to see if I can send it to you.
All right.
Let me see if I can get it.
All right, keep trying.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link on the private chat.
So we had a little light moment there with the whole Mortal Kombat thing. We now unfortunately have to touch on the. Oh my God, I shouldn't have said touch. We now have to speak on the
before we go to this. I sent you a link.
What?
I want you to click it. I think it's important.
You think it's important?
I think it's important in part of the Mortal Kombat discussion.
All right, hold on. Let me see my DMs. There's nothing here, dude. I mean, my DMs. There's nothing here.
Oh no, I sent you on the private chat in the
Okay, on StreamYard. Okay. Let's see. Pictures.
Well, it's not a picture.
Let me check it first. Let me check it first before. Oh.
So, okay, so you can click on the other one. I don't know. The guys can't see it.
No. We can put the whole thing up. It's fine. Oshus actually posted it. So let's start from the beginning. This guy posted. Sorry, Empress Lee May said we don't talk about this downgrade. We don't talk enough about this downgrade. And is this a woman?
Yeah, it's a woman.
Okay, so we is it actually a woman?
Oh, you mean the commentator? No, I don't. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we don't know because they put a video game character, so we don't know. All right. So apparently, this is what the original character looked like, and then they got converted to this, right? And they said it's like downgrade. Oshus says, I mean, how much time you got? This has been NetherRealm for the past couple of years. You can rip someone's spine out, but just make sure you're fully covered. And you responded saying, I mean, from an outfit perspective, I think they've gotten better.
So my point here is this is what they were before the very start, more or less. Now go back to Kitana, the old Kitana. The one in the blue, that's
Yeah.
what she was before. So if we want to make
Uh-huh.
this argument that no, we got to stick to the core and the core fans, this is what we're going to get in 2024. However, I would say to you, go to the next one. Isn't this version better? And anybody who disagrees is an absolute loser. And they have problems. They have problems. You can't like look. This is Melina. So look at Melina here. Now go all the way back. Go all the way back. Let's look at the Melina from no, back. Let's go all the way back. This is Melina, and this is what they're saying that she should be. Are these people serious?
Chet, how are we feeling this? She looks like a Sith Lord. In which one?
This one. This one's
Big Mad Mo says, I like this one better. Which one do you like, Big Mad Mo? Old audience or modern audience? Yeah, I think that's let's do that, guys. Old audience or modern audience? Let's go.
You should make a poll. You should make a poll, look.
Oh man, I forgot. I forgot how to make this thing. And Melina is dope now as well. This Melina looks like the woman in Twitter who believe they're queens. Oh my goodness. The new version is good. Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, look, let's find out your opinion. Which one is better to you? Do we stick to the core fanboys from the past who don't want to grow up? You know, oh, I'm so upset that they gave her clothes, or do we stick with this one?
Oh shit. I'm going with the original, bud. I'm sorry. Ty. Nah, man. Listen. If we go by your standards, Ty, then when I turn on my Xbox, when I turn on my PC, when I turn on my Xbox, my PlayStation, I essentially just swap whatever I see outside for whatever I see. No, I just take with the world outside and put it on my screen. I want to see people with six packs on my screen, Ty. I want to see people with 0% fat on my screen. I want to see long hair. I want buff dudes. I want to see women that squat. I want to see freaking space marines, bro. I don't want to see people that are dealing with their emotions, people that are depressed, people that are struggling. I want to see things that are out of this world that'll give me the inspiration to want to strive to be and have more. That's just me, bro. I'm not, and between the two of us, right? I'm okay with different iterations. Between the two of us, only one of us is looking to label people that disagree with them losers.
Yes, this is true.
Heads up, leaving some imagination is much better, in my opinion, which is fair enough, Big Mad Mo. Fair enough. But for me, I am definitely going with the classics. Classics for the win. I'm sorry.
Okay, but how about this? Yeah, we're in a situation where we don't actually have
this one. I'm sorry. This one even looks like she has some arm fat here. I'm sorry. Like, nah, man. No, I no.
We can say like we're in a situation where we don't really have to have one extreme or the. I mean, I don't think this is extreme. This is normal. But for the purpose of this argument, one extreme or the other extreme.
Okay.
We can what we can say here is, how about we have a variety of different characters that have different styles. So we have some of them that have abs and some of them that don't have abs. So my argument is we need a variety. We need characters from the past and characters from the modern era, and we need some in between. I think we can do that. The problem is nobody's saying let's do a middle ground. They're all saying just go to the past.
No, okay. So on a serious note,
Mhm.
I think it's fine that Mortal Kombat is going where it's going, and I think it's perfectly fine for people who feel the way I feel to just outright reject it and say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go play something that shows me what I want. You know what I mean? Because the market
Do you
always
think that's
corrects itself.
problematic in the sense that we liked Mortal Kombat, or at least me, let me not speak for other people. I liked Mortal Kombat because of the violence, the combos, the way they did the fatalities. You know, when I was a kid, that's why I love playing this game. And if that core element is still there, why would we stop playing it? Because not because they've covered everything up. Because let's be real, those past pictures and what we have now, yeah, they're different, but that isn't core to the game. And these new attires still look good. They still look genuinely good. I'll give you another example. I could put up a picture right now of Scorpion, the current Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Mm.
Their arms are decreased in size in comparison to XL. Are we saying like, yo, you made the muscles smaller, so now I ain't playing the game no more? But then the question is, I thought you were a gamer. I thought you wanted to play games. If you want to watch something, go play Hellblade 2.
Ty.
Go play Uncharted, right? But we're actually playing the
Ty.
games.
Oh my god. You're being disingenuous, Ty. To play games, you have to look at the screen. You have to like what you see on the screen. Yes? Do you not have to like what you see on the screen?
100%.
Or that doesn't matter?
Oh, you have to, but the playing the game.
Why
is
are
the
we
most
sitting
important
here
thing, isn't it?
judging people for not liking what they see?
I'm judging people. Oh, well,
And
first
do
of all,
you say the same
everyone can do
thing?
what they want to do
Do
with their
you
time.
say the same thing when someone says, why is this character not fat? I need to see fat people so I can play it. Do you feel the same way of like, bro, just play the freaking game? You don't. I've never
No,
seen you
I
voice
do.
that opinion once.
No, they're losers.
There's people
they're
screaming
absolute
on the
losers. Yes.
Ty, I follow you on Twitter. I've never seen you once call out someone that's talking about we need more fat people in this specific game. I ain't never seen it.
I've never heard somebody say we need more fat people in a specific game.
Oh my goodness.
I don't follow these people. I've
All right.
never.
Fine.
I've
So you only
never come
follow
across
people
them.
that are busy talking about we need.
I follow
more
you and Ushers.
athletic
Yes.
people.
Yes, you too.
Oh
I
my
follow you
God.
too.
All right, like me specifically, I don't really post stuff about this because I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
But you need to care. I'm not disingenuous to the point that I say, oh, doesn't matter if you don't like what you see. Are you a gamer? Play the game, bro. What are you talking about? Half
but
the
we're
clips
talking
you
about
see on
something
Black Myth
extreme, though,
Wukong,
right?
half the clips you see on Black Myth Wukong is people sitting there meditating and looking at random beautiful sights. That's not how it works, brother. People need to like what they see. Otherwise, the pressing of the buttons comes. It's important. Yes, playing the game is important. But if what you're looking at is disgusting as far as your eyes are concerned, then there's no need to press the buttons. Just go and ask Concord.
I think the reason why we have such a diverse range of games, or why games like Fortnite is great, and people who are older play it, same with Mario, same with Tekken, same with Persona, same with cel shaded games, and the reason why Ushers, me and you can play games of different genres with different types of aesthetics is because we care about the core game itself first and foremost. So when somebody says, well, this new Melina, I'm not playing the game no more because
This guy and
she ain't
Melina, bro.
naked. Well, surely that's a problem.
Oh my goodness. All right, Ushers, have your say, and then we need to move on.
What's up? What are you guys discussing?
Welcome, Ushers.
Sorry.
What have you been playing? Also, before you go, Ushers, you didn't even tell me what you've been playing, Ty. You just went straight into penalties.
Yeah, sure. Just playing FIFA and Smash Bros. Same as usual. I nearly considered getting Star Wars.
Right.
But
Sit down. Ushers, what you been playing?
Oh, I
FIFA. Serious.
discovered this awesome game that actually just flew under my radar last year called Wanted Dead. It's like freaking addictive. It's like one of the best games of its type that I've played in a minute. It's
Yeah,
made
it's
by
good.
Itakage. It's freaking good.
I know
Like,
it.
and I think
It's a
the
gaming
critics
channel, dude.
buried it.
We're
Yeah.
aware of it. It's a
Yeah,
good
but a
game.
lot of people are not. That's the thing. A lot of people, like, it was like badly rated when it came out. And yeah, it was buggy at launch as well. So after a year, it's almost brilliant, perfect state. So yeah, that's what I've been playing and recording some footage for it, stuff to put up in my channel soon.
Oh, okay. Oshis
man.
has a channel. All right.
Well, I have a YouTube. It's got nothing on it yet.
Big Mad Mo does not want to talk about Minecraft. He says he wants to move on. Never seen you spam my emote that much, Big Mad Mo. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But we'll try and get through it quickly. But I'm not one to force a subject in or out. If this catches fire, then it catches fire. Minecraft deliver verdict on divisive movie trailer. It looks like Minecraft fans deliver verdict on divisive movie trailer, saying it looks like they ran Minecraft through an AI filter. So I'm sure you guys have seen this trailer. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright struck. I'm sure you guys have seen this trailer. Ty, you go first. What are your thoughts on this?
Actually,
trailer.
ask Oshus first because I haven't seen the full trailer. I'm just gonna play her.
Okay, go watch it. Oshus, go ahead.
Well, I mean, like, it's the same thing. Like, first thing I noticed was Jason Momoa, and like, why do you have Jason Momoa playing a Jack Black type when you have Jack Black in the movie? Like, I mean, you're gonna have Jason Momoa in the movie, then he needs to freaking, look like Jason Momoa. That's what you're paying for. So to me, again, it's gonna be another wasted role for Jason because they always cast him in these funny, in these roles where he plays like a gypsy or something like that. Meanwhile, what everybody knows him as and for is Aquaman. It's such a waste. But the rest of the thing just looked like, I don't know, something that's not for me. And yeah, I hope that the kids like it.
I think the kids will like it. Dragon Paul said, I have to know how the execs thought a live action cast in an uncanny valley world made of cubes would look appealing to anyone. And then Emre Yazdal agreed, I hate the character design of this movie. They said the mobs don't look that bad, but the actors are still real people, and that doesn't fit at all. Ty, have you seen the trailer now?
Yeah, I'm watching the trailer. Everything looks fine to me. I think it's you can complain from an aesthetic point of view that it's uncanny valley situation where they probably should have just went a bit more cartoon mode, and that's fine. I think different minds can disagree on this. I don't think it's that much of a problem, but we'll find out when it comes out. In terms of Jason Momoa, I would say, listen, if he wants to show a diverse range of acting skills and he wants to be in something more comedic, I think fair play to him. We've seen The Rock do it. He did the fairy tale one. We've seen Batista kind of do that as well. We've seen John Cena do different roles as well. And I know, like, listen, Will Smith was typecasted as the funny guy, after Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Then he did Bad Boys, and then he did more movies. I think for him to be in this movie, I think, well done. Like, he should be in this movie. He should try to go different or go broad. So I think it's fine.
All right. Well, someone's feeling it.
Whoa! I'm feeling it.
What?
Let's not go too far. Okay, I'm not watching this shit. But what I'm saying is,
it's shit, but it's a good move for Jason Momoa's career, huh?
No, because I'm not the audience. I'm not gonna watch. It's like the new Star Wars trailer. Yeah, I saw that. The one for the kids. I saw that. I thought, this is great. If I was a kid, I would love this. Like, please, like, mom.
Which Star Wars?
There's a new trailer for Star Wars. It's more kid friendly. I'm trying to remember the name. What should you remember?
It's the one with Jude Law. Is it the one with Jude Law?
Yes.
It's flipping out, man. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I'll get it here.
Oh, that
It's
face.
called
Yeah.
Skeleton.
Skeleton Crew.
And-
Crew, yeah.
And it looks like, listen, if I was a kid and I saw that, I would have fallen in love with it. That's a movie I would want to go see as a child. Now, is that for me? No, but Disney has clearly said this is the target audience. It's not for, you Star Wars fans in the 70s and 80s and 90s or whatever it is. This is specifically for these younger kids now, so we can get them into Star Wars, and then, they could then go watch episode 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they're grown to Star Wars, but we need them to kind of get into it from this point of view. And I think if you're a Star Wars parent, this is a movie you want to go take your kids to.
Is it a movie or is it a series?
I think it's a movie.
Is it going to cinema?
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, I think it's a movie.
I guess we
It
have
looks,
to check
it looks
now.
like the Goonies to me. It looks like like a knockoff of the Goonies. I
Oh,
just feel
sorry,
like,
my bad. You're right. It's a television series, a TV
I
series.
thought I thought so, but Taya, how is that new? Like, I mean, it's not like there's a million different things that kids can get into Star Wars. Not that it matters, but I mean, like, there's what is it? The animated thing? What's it called? Clone Wars. Then
Clone
there
Wars.
was Rebellion or something
Ooh,
like that.
The Bad Batch is apparently very good.
Rebels, yeah, Rebels, and then there's the Bad Batch. There's so many kids stuff for Star Wars already. Anyway,
Don't say kid stuff, dude. If you go and watch the Bad Batch, it's some dark shit in the Bad Batch.
but it's still, isn't it
I've watched
targeted? Is
it.
it like a PG? It's a PG thing, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's PG, but
I'm
I
not
think
letting my little girl watch the Bad Batch. That's all I will say about
I think the
that.
main thing is like they've taken this budget and they've said, you know what, we're gonna target this specific audience, and as long as they're not trying to like loop you in, I think it's perfectly fine. Like this trailer says exactly what it is. This is a kids movie. If you're like a 50-year-old guy who has a crazy passion for Star Wars and you can't deal with this, do not watch this movie. Do not watch this TV show. It's not meant for you.
But don't you think that's horrible marketing?
What?
Because parents are gonna have to.
Now I want to watch this trailer.
Yeah, because my thing is these
I
things.
want
Kids don't
No,
go
put
to these
put up the
things
trailer.
alone.
You won't get canned, but put up the trailer. Like you won't get demonetized or whatever.
How do you know that?
I've done a few like Disney trailers. Like they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing to you. It's fine.
Really?
Video games and trailers don't really do nothing to you. The only ones who get really iffy with it are Warner Brothers. They're a bit like tricky. The games they don't care, but the TV, like the movies and the trailers, they can get a bit spicy sometimes.
Okay.
Anyways,
Let's
Taya,
see
I
this.
was saying to you,
I
like,
won't put sound because I'm not trying to be crazy.
yeah,
But let's see.
So you go like 4 or 5 kids,
Tempo.
4 or 5 kids on an adventure.
look at that.
together.
That looks like the Goonies. Like it's or another 80s derivative of a show.
True.
But yeah.
Like you can just imagine, like you're a kid, from Earth or whatever, you know nothing about Star Wars, and then you end up you enter into the ship, and then you accidentally press a button, and now you and 5 of your friends are on an adventure.
Yeah, I can
seeing
see
all
my
these
son
aliens.
watching this.
Like,
My
this
youngest,
is-
I can see him watching this.
Exactly, like this. I saw this. I thought this was amazing. I thought this is dope. I could see the younger ones
Yeah,
really
this
fall
is
in
not
love
for
with this.
me. This is definitely not for me. But
Well, this is more
can
for
see this
me
doing numbers.
than what is it? Minecraft.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
like
sure.
I would watch
I'd
but
rather
honestly,
watch
like,
this than Minecraft.
I mean, you can watch this with your kids, and that's the whole point I was making to Taya, that a lot of the stuff needs to have that, that Pixar cross.
Oh, the Mandalorian shows up. Check it out.
Mhm. Kids are
Mandalorian
flying spaceships.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fine.
put
Like,
it-
nobody
put
is
it-
gonna hate.
Committing murder, good stuff.
Yeah, that.
What?
I would say this.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna pretend. All right.
if
fine.
if you can see this movie with like your younger ones or the younger ones, whatever, they would enjoy this more than the recent Star Wars movie, or maybe even the older ones, right? Because those ones are a little bit, they're deeper, they're complex, they're a little bit stale to an extent. But like, you can take a child to go see this movie, and they will prefer this 100% to what we currently have, or what has come in the past. And if that child can tell you like, yeah, I prefer this, then that's a win. Like, that is what Disney wants, and that is what we should be happy about. We shouldn't be saying this shouldn't exist because I don't like it.
Why not?
Yeah, I've been trying to get my kids
I was waiting for that.
into Star Wars. I remember my kids. I tried to make them watch The Mandalorian with me, even though like the first season that was really good, but because it's like a slow burn, it kind of appeals more to adults than
Mhm.
kids, and these kids have TikTok mind, so I can see how that show might be a better like attempt. I might get better results
For them.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They might end up liking Star Wars, but as it stands, no one likes Star Wars in my house.
This
Like,
might
not
be
even the
moment to
old
change
stuff.
their minds.
Not even the old stuff, which is sad because I think Star Wars is one of the greatest like stories. Even though it's derivative, every story, if you look into it, every story ever told is derivative. It's not a
I don't
movie.
know
It's
about
cool,
it being
bro.
one of
It's
the
cool.
greatest stories. I don't know. That might be a reach.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Hmm.
I agree
Yeah.
with Ty.
If
That is a
you look
reach.
at the entire, I think if you look at the entire context of not just the story itself, but presentation
Yeah.
and the
This is
I
where I
universe
think
agree.
itself, I think like full package, right? It's one of the best like lore universes in the
Mhm.
world. And you can put it right next to like your Dragon Ball Z's. Um, what else has a heavy story that like Lord of the Rings? Well, the stuff before Amazon, because damn. Yeah, it's one of the goats in my opinion.
I disagree though. I think Star Wars was good in the original trilogy was way ahead of its time for what it was.
Okay,
But I think the story was, even if you compare it to the sort of films that were being released in terms of just the weight of the story, it is a very basic, as you can say, like, well, it's a very everyman story. It's a story that's been told 1,000 times. It's just that it was never told in that way before. A boy going off on an adventure, that's Frodo, like meets a magician. Like the whole thing sort of like resonates throughout. But what made Star Wars different is because there was nothing like Star Wars before Star Wars, and for a long
Cautious.
time there was nothing like that. But today you can't compare Star Wars to. I think there's way better, bigger science, especially in science fiction.
telling
There's
me-
just so much better.
telling me because the story has already been told.
Better. It has been told
It-
better. It wasn't
Oh.
good. like there's no performance
told
in the
better?
original.
Where was the father-son story
Um,
told better than Star Wars?
Not a father-son story, an adventure of a boy, because the father thing
Bro.
only came out in the second movie.
Bro,
That was never even part of the original.
Star Wars. Dude, if you want to place limits on Star Wars, good on you, brother.
But
When
it's
I say
not that
Star
good,
Wars,
though.
I
Yeah.
mean all of it until Disney took it.
Well, I mean, like it was like were the prequels great? Look, were they good films compared to what
You
was
know
released
what?
at the time?
You want me to be honest with you? Until
Yes.
I hopped on the internet, I loved all the Star Wars movies.
Okay, so that's where me and you differ.
Until people started poking holes. I was like, I like the prequels. I never liked Jar Jar Binks. Like before the
Yeah.
internet took over my life, he irritated me. I didn't even know why, but
What's
everything about Jar Jar Binks it was like nails on a chalkboard. I was like, someone get this guy out of here.
What's the
But
first Star Wars movie you
besides
saw?
that,
though?
sorry,
I said, what's the first Star Wars movie you saw?
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, how old were you?
Whew. Oh man, I was pretty young. I think I was
That's
like,
the thing.
I don't know. I can't put an age. I would be lying if I gave you like if I said I was 10, if I said I was 12, I'd be lying. I don't remember. I know I was pretty young. And my
Like,
mind
I'm just saying,
exploded. What?
collectively, I think it's a great universe, but I just think there's better. That story has been told better. Like, for instance, in Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is older
You're
than
allowed
Star
to
Wars.
think that. You're
Yeah.
allowed to think that. We don't yet live in Tyre's utopia where people cannot disagree and keep it pushing.
No, people can
We're not yet
disagree.
there.
We
We're not
just
yet there.
classify them as losers.
For now, it's losers. In a couple of years, we can, flog them in public, maybe even, behead them, etc. But we're
I
not
mean,
there yet, so it's fine. We're not there yet.
if the opinions are wild, then
Um,
yeah, okay.
let's get into it. Dr. Disrespect. Fellas,
Mm.
I'm guessing you guys saw that video because it was hard to miss. I'm one of those guys that I actively avoid the internet on my weekends. And
Yeah.
I had people literally call me, like, because they know I don't grab my phone on the weekends. People were calling me my phone, my private phone, like, dude, did you see what happened? So I'm assuming everyone saw what Dr. Disrespect said. Yes?
Nah, I didn't see it.
I watched the video. I watched Esmond. Who's this? Esmond Gold respond to it. Because I always feel that his analysis is also, it adds a lot of depth to whatever internet topic is out there.
Asmund Gold is very hit or miss for me. For me personally, he's very
Yeah.
like there's some videos I'm like, oh yeah, this guy knows his stuff, and then there's some videos I'm like, bro, what? Are you insane? But it's fine, I guess. It's like the human experience, and I think he streams every single day.
Yep, he
So,
does.
Is he
Yeah,
audience
so-
captured?
Is what?
Audience captured.
What do you mean?
What does that
Like,
even mean?
does he speak his mind, or does he just follow like what his audience wants? I'm just curious.
I've seen him
Nah.
fight his audience.
Okay.
I've
He doesn't
seen him
care.
like
He doesn't care.
I've seen his entire chat go for his throat, and he's like,
Mm.
I don't give a damn.
He's
All
like
of you are
Destiny.
wrong. He was fighting for his
Okay, that's
life,
cool.
and this guy was still going. I was like, damn. Sometimes
Okay.
I'm sweating, and it's just me and Big Mad Mo and Ray Chi, and they come in for me, right? This guy has thousands of people watching, and he's cool with just going after everyone. I'm trying to look for this the complete video because I'm guessing we're going to have to watch it now. God damn it! I didn't want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole video is boring. Rather have like, can you not respond?
You know what?
like,
Let's just read this recap. This
Yeah.
recap is it's fair enough.
it's long here. Yeah.
It's 22 minutes. So Ty, if you want to go watch it after, you can go watch it. When it comes to Star Wars, you can't just keep going back to the movies. You can't leave out the books, the comics, etc. The books and comics explore the universe even deeper than the movies and shows. And Yobi, I'm not sure if the guy that was saying it was lying or wrong, but there's a rumor that Disney is actually going back to the extended universe that they denied existing. Apparently they're going back to it for source material now.
They've been
So-
doing that for a while now.
Oh,
Can I disagree with Yobi real quick on that? I have a friend and he's
Yes.
a huge Star Wars guy, and one of the things he says is that, I think this is very important for some people. Star Wars can end, and so can Harry Potter, when you want it to end. So for him, Star Wars ended, with the prequels, really. The new ones he didn't really care about, and especially the games, the comics, like he doesn't even care about that stuff. And he's a huge Star Wars fan. He just says, I don't really care. Same thing with Harry Potter, right? It ended, and then J.K. Rowling started saying, like, oh, well, Dumbledore was maybe gay, this happened, whatever it is. Like, I have friends who are like, I don't even listen to that stuff. I don't care about this new, lore stuff. I just know that these books came out. I've read these books. I've gotten what I've gotten
love
from
them.
these books, and I'm done.
and that's it.
And we move on. End of
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. I kind of feel that way about Marvel in a way. Like I'm at peace with the idea that the Marvel movies ended at Endgame. That was it. That was the big crescendo, and everything else has just been fan fiction. That's how I see it personally. We'll see if the new movies that come out are interesting, but as far as I'm concerned, everything has been fan fiction from Marvels, even Deadpool. it's like little flashes after the gigantic explosion. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. It's a little spark, and so yeah, I definitely agree with that friend of yours, Chai. You decide
Mhm.
where your fandom like begins and ends.
Yeah,
But yeah,
even
let's get into this.
just a side note, like Ushers, I don't know if you heard what Tarantino said about Toy Story as well, right?
Oh yeah, that he's not gonna see Toy Story. Did he say it ends at 3 for him?
Yeah, it's
He
like Toy
didn't go
Story 1,
see
2, or 3
4.
is the perfect trilogy. I don't care about 4. I don't care if it's good or bad. I'm just done with Toy Story. And I'm thinking
Yeah.
that's the way people should be. Just it's like you said, Loke, Marvel's done an end game. I'm done. I'm over my life. Like I don't need to
Yeah,
get into all these other story points and fan fiction stuff. Let's just move on and be done with it.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's how I feel
Even
about Assassin's Creed.
Stop.
I'm,
yeah,
I'm done
yeah.
after Valhalla. I'm good.
You can be done after Yasuke, bro.
I was good with Assassin's Creed. I was done after Ezio. Like I know people said that the other Assassin's Creeds with
Yeah,
the was it the ships and the pirates and whatever.
the
People said that it was
ancient.
awesome and whatever.
Origin.
I bought them. I bought those games. I played them, and I didn't care. Like I was bored out my mind. I didn't finish them. I was like, bro, whatever, man. Which is fine for me. Assassin's Creed ended with Ezio in Brotherhood, and that was it. Cool. No hate, no nothing. My problem is when the people start saying that you're hating when you say that something is dead for you. It's like, bro, what am I not? I'm not even allowed to let it go. Are you serious? Anyway, Doctor Disrespect. So, quick summary: someone accused him. Someone from Twitch accused him of being a PDF, and he wrote a Twitter post, and in the first Twitter post, he personally posted that he had what was it? What are the words that he used? Like conversations with a minor that weren't appropriate. He's the one who wrote that. It wasn't any one of us. He wrote that, and now he's come up with a video saying that he's actually not a PDF, and that he's coming for people's jobs, people's necks, etc., etc. So this person here on Twitter did us a favor by summarizing all of it. At Josiah Rises wrote the following, and I guess it warrants us paying attention, right? That at the end he seems to have taken Dr. Disrespect's side, so maybe this is not 100% exactly what was said, but I watched the video and so did Oshus. So we will point out what we think inconsistencies. But here's a summary. Doc fully denies ever sexting anyone. That is true. He said he had inappropriate conversations with a minor. Inappropriate. A lot of people like to go to the sexting part, but it's not that's not the only inappropriate conversation you can have with a minor. It's just that everyone's a horn dog out here. All right. People need to get laid out here. Next, Doc denies ever trying to meet with the user in question. He did say that. Says they were inappropriate jokes taken out of context. Again, still nothing illegal here. Had a partner manager who hated him and wanted to destroy him. Yes, he did say that. Apparently, he had a partner manager. I don't know if anyone here has ever been a partner on Twitch or not, but the partner manager is supposed to help promote and organize your channel. And apparently, it was radio silence from his specifically appointed partner manager on Twitch. Next, the partner manager took Doc's whisper messages and sent them to multiple parties for investigation. True, he did say that. Doc was thoroughly investigated by said parties who found no wrongdoing. Also true, that's what he said. It was escalated to National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, but they took no action. That is also true. That is what Doc said. Was still banned because Twitch hated him. He said that, but we have no evidence that Twitch hated him. Everything was settled professionally in court and out. He won the settlement. That's what Doc says happened. Doc has done some messed up things in the past. His wife has evidently forgiven him. She could have divorced and run off with his money if she wanted to. And Doc has obviously wanted to move on from this shit. Court of public opinion will have varying thoughts on this, but at this point in time, Dr. Disrespect is innocent, plain and simple. Ty, I want you to go first.
Yeah, there isn't really much to say here. It's gonna be a case of public opinion. There's no legal case being brought against him, so that's good
Mhm.
for him, I suppose. People are gonna watch him still, and that's fine. And people who don't feel comfortable will leave. Those people who do leave, they probably need to just check that they're being consistent on all fronts. Because I've seen a lot of at least over the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of inconsistency when it comes to people targeting certain corporations or targeting certain people that they don't like. But when it's their own homies, their own friends, or something that they do like, and they don't have the same energy. So that could be a bit of a problem. But yeah, no, listen, I think Dr. Disrespect, I don't think, like someone said his career is done. I was like, I don't think so. I think he has a huge fan base and they're just going to stick with him. He's going to lose money from this? Of course. I'm sure he's lost a lot of money from this. But he'll be fine.
We gonna be all right.
Pretty much,
Do
yeah.
you think he is innocent, Ty?
I would say
we don't have all the pieces. That's a quick disclaimer for anyone watching.
Mhm.
We admit that we don't have all the pieces, but from
I would
what
say,
has been said from both parties,
he admitted that he was sending inappropriate messages to a minor. So I would say he's guilty of sending inappropriate messages to a minor. that's as far as I'll go with that. And inappropriate messages, I don't know if he's like, it could be dirty jokes, bad jokes. I imagine it was something a little bit deeper than that. That's just my imagination. And he hasn't cleared it up because if it wasn't as bad as it is, all he had to do was just say exactly the kind of joke it was, the kind of statement it was. So I imagine everything that everyone's saying is accurate in terms of the jokes were a bit more sexual in nature potentially. So in that sense, yeah, I'll say he's guilty of what he has admitted to.
But if they were sexual in nature, would not the law enforcement authorities get involved? Because it was escalated to the level of law enforcement.
I don't know if there's a crime for saying a dirty sexual joke to someone who's not of the same age as you. I don't think there's a law that says that. I think that I think what the law states is if you meet up and do something with that person, then we're in a different territory. But if you're saying a joke, I don't know if I don't think that's a problem.
All right. Kept it nice and brief. Big Mad Mo wants to move the hell on. Ushers, let's move on. Is Dr. Disrespect innocent? What are your thoughts on his video that came out, etc.?
It doesn't change much for me because I'm not really a fan. I was never really in that space, but I do agree with Taye. He's guilty of what he admitted he did. He admitted, he came forth and he said, I did this. So that, yeah, we can say that he's guilty of that. Is it a crime? I know. Can it get you banned from a big, platform like Twitch? Possibly, but we don't know the intricacies of that because when he got banned the first time, it was very sort of hush-hush. So yeah, if he's saying that he's gonna take action against all these people, I'm interested to see how far that goes. But yeah, man, he's one of many YouTubers right now going through the most. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that, really.
All right. Mike Johnson, welcome in. Sour Blow, hope you're doing good, brother. Let's react to another video game movie trailer. Next, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 3. You guys saw the trailer with Keanu Reeves
Mhm.
voicing what was
Shadow.
his face? Shadow,
Shadow.
yeah. Thoughts? I thought it would be weird. When I first heard that Keanu Reeves would be voicing Shadow, I was like, this is going to be strange. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. That is not like horrible at all.
Yeah, so when I saw the trailer, I thought it was good. I thought that the build up was good. I thought everything was actually really well done. Like it looked it looked more interesting than the previous ones. My only complaint is the action sequences. They look so subpar, so boring. Um, I, I'm just watching like, where's the budget for this? Like honestly, I was really shocked how bad it looks. It's just Sonic going really fast and then hits Shadow. Shadow goes fast, hits Sonic as well. Like there's no, I mean, even make some kind of Dragon Ball Z situation where the frames are just repeating themselves, like punch kick, punch kick, punch kick. Do something. But yeah, it didn't look that interesting to me. But everything around this, everything surrounding that looked good. The story, the talking, and the back and forth. Yeah, that looked nice. Just the action was left a lot to be desired.
Ty is not impressed. Oshus.
Look, I liked, yeah, like I was also curious to see how Keanu would perform, and he didn't let me down. Because again, like he's the guy that like literally acts with like he's John Wick. Like in that movie, he's got like what, like 5, 10 lines. So he does the whole one-liner thing very well, and he can deliver that with a lot of the intensity that is required. So great choice. I mean, they made a good choice with. Funny enough, ironically, the two guys that are in Cyberpunk 2077 are both in this movie, which is cool, which is awesome. So I'm looking forward. I like, actually, to be honest with you, I watched the first movie. I didn't really see the second one and finish it because all that waiting stuff really bored me. I hope they cut all that stuff out and they just give us more Jim Carrey and more Sonic. Because that's what we want to see. I don't think anyone is really interested in the side story with the family and the wife and the sister and all that thing. So more Sonic is hopefully what we're gonna get. And by far, this is the most solid video game trilogy, I think. If this one does well, I don't know if there's another trilogy that has been this successful.
Just good all around.
Yeah.
I can't think of one. Can anyone in the chat think of a trilogy that was very good from start to finish? I can't think of one.
Pirates
This
of the
one looks like
Caribbean.
it's gonna be a what?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
That wasn't a video game franchise though.
Oh, yeah. Video game. My bad.
Video game franchise.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Pirates of the Caribbean is a timeless movie.
Video game franchise trilogy.
Yeah. Think about it.
I don't think we've had a trilogy. I mean, Resident Evil, we've had a couple of those, but
yeah, but none of those were bangers. Come on.
Yeah, no, we haven't. We only started really getting really good video game adaptations like recently. So Resident Evil is the only one that will come to mind. The other ones are like TV shows or not movies. So yeah.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Mila Jovovich is awesome. I'm a fan.
Same.
But
those movies are ass though.
They're not ass. They're all right.
That's where even like it's the same thing. They show the era that they came from, because that's how they used to make games back in the day as well, like especially around the 360. Like this whole thing is the opposite of what we have now. Put a hot chick on the cover and then put no effort into story and gameplay, and that will sell the game.
Now you don't want to put a hot chick there.
Yeah, now you have to put someone. But yeah, so
okay, Oshis, don't get into it. Don't get into it. No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
No. Anyways. So, Ty, are you going to watch this movie when it comes out?
No, I'm gonna give this a pass.
Okay. Oshis?
I'm not gonna see it in cinema. Like, I'm so lazy to go to the cinema. It's got nothing to do with Sonic. I'm just lazy. I saw like your thingy because I'm a fan, like Deadpool, but I'm not gonna go to cinema for this. I'm good.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we
I'll
didn't talk
wait for
about Deadpool.
streaming.
What did you think of Deadpool?
I thought it was great. Like for what it is, it was good. It's look, I mean, best MCU film for me will always be Endgame because of what it meant. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in terms of comparing it to everything else, it's hard to compare Deadpool because it doesn't really feel like a movie. Hey, like it's because the plot is kind of weak, but everything else is so awesome in it. Everything is so well done in it. Like I really enjoyed it. It was everything that everybody said it would be, but it's still not in my top 5 MCU movies.
All right. All right. Sour Blow. Keep it civil in the chat, please. All right. I'd appreciate that. Let's be friends at least today. And FYI, starting tomorrow, I'm not streaming Football Manager 2023 anymore. Sorry, 2020. Now it's Football Manager 2024, thanks to the Epic Game Store. James Earl Jones. What?
What?
Darth Vader? Are you serious?
Damn.
Hold on. No way.
That must be really recent. Damn, Yobi,
no.
That's messed up,
He
man.
died today.
Shame. That's
Oh. Rest in peace to Darth Vader.
Rest
Oh.
in power of the dark side.
Oh, come on, dude.
Huh? No, but I mean, like I think that's a respectful.
What?
I mean, he is Darth Vader. He must.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that is horrible.
Just announced. Oh my goodness, Yobi, thanks for bringing that one to our attention, man. God damn. All right, so we were talking about Star Wars, so it's a good thing that we
Damn, man. To
fuck.
Darth Vader, the world is without perhaps the greatest villain ever to grace a TV screen.
Man, that voice.
Powerful. Iconic for generations and generations.
AI is going to struggle to replicate his voice.
Yeah. But like, yeah, dude, like, I think they're gonna. Who's the young guy? The young Vader. I think Hayden Christensen is probably gonna fully take the mantle in whatever they do going forward. So they'll use a combination of like a voice, whatnot, synthesizer, and yeah.
They're going to have to augment his voice.
Yep. But they already did more since what is that other show? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Was it Kenobi? Yeah.
Let's not get into Disney Star Wars. Let's
Oh, man, that sucks, bro.
avoid positivity. Mike, Rip, James, yeah, rest in peace. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's. Jeez, I didn't even know what I wanted to put on. Okay. Let's get back to the video games, guys. Get back to the video games. I thought this would be fun, just to stress you guys out. These are the video games coming in September and beyond for 2024. Just want to stress y'all. Just want to stress y'all out. Backlog, like the backlog keeps getting bigger and bigger. So for me, Astrobot already installed, but I don't know where I'm going to find time now that I've been playing Space Marine. Space Marine 2 is amazing. NBA 2K, I'll probably skip that. I'm playing Space Marine 2 now. Test Drive. I saw the trailer. Anyone here interested in Test Drive?
Nah, I'm good.
No. Wild
No, I'm good.
Beast, Wanderers, Funko, Plucky Squire. Ooh, the Plucky Squire is gonna be a banger. I'm probably not gonna play this one. Go
I
ahead, Ty. I
love
can
how
hear you
like
breathing in.
sorry, my mic was a bit tilted. I was gonna say like I love like this list because it's like
Mm.
we had Space Marines, then we had Astrobots, and now like this list is all full of like AA indie games, just all these diverse range, like Dusty
Oh
Rabbits,
yeah, even
the
Plucky
Epic,
Squire,
Matchbox, Plucky Squire,
Enotria,
Funko Fusion,
Enotria.
Wanderer, Test Drive, NBA. We got some AAA games there. We got some smaller games. We got some like it's so diverse and it's so good. But some people will have you believe that everything is all AAA. It's all evil. It's all bad corporations. And it's like you look at this list and it's like, how could you even argue this?
Well, it's because of the fact that
Even
how many EA games are on that list? How many? Let me put it like this: how many
Uh,
games from the top 10?
Andrew
Let's say
Wilson
top
stated
5
that at the start of this year that he is going to
publishers.
have a. Andrew Wilson stated at the start of this year that he is going to have a light year, but so far they've released Tales of Kanzera, F1 Racing, FIFA, and they're going to release Dragon Age Veilguard later on. So yeah, he has like around 4 to 5 games this year, and one of them is an indie game.
I think Plucky Squire is from EA, if I'm not mistaken.
Jedi Star Wars Survivor is releasing on PS4.
Oh man, just leave that alone. So I'm saying just September 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if you're jobless, could you get through all 5 of these? I doubt it. You think you could get through all 5 if you're jobless? Oshus?
I don't know. Like, there's nothing that interests me on this list. Like, so I'm good for now.
Nothing. All right, fine.
Well, Space Marine
October.
2.
Fine, let's go to October. Master Detective, Until Dawn, Diablo 4, Silent Hill,
Actually, I need a
Dragon
PlayStation.
Ball.
Metaphor.
Ooh, gentlemen, October 11th.
That's going to be a good one.
Ooh, this one's going to be a banger. Transformers, Galactic Trials, Just Dance, New World.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Okay.
Call of Duty.
Is that what you want? You want Just Dance, Ty?
Yeah, hell yeah. Listen,
All
not
right.
to beat on the drum
I like
again,
that.
but even October, there's a diverse range of AAA, AA, and indie games, but people will have you
October
say that
26th.
it's only AAA games and it's all evil.
Yeah. I think this is like the golden age of gaming, or one of the golden ages of gaming. We're not struggling at all.
Yeah, like listen, my pushback was always to these people's that you can't say this is the worst generation of gaming and then say, oh, but 2023 was the best that we've had in like 10 years.
And again, that's all subjective, but what I will say is that what people are complaining about is they're not complaining about like the diversity of what's available today. Of course, today there's more games and ways to experience games than ever before, and there's a lot of output from AA and smaller indie companies. What people don't appreciate is sort of like the AAA efforts that we're getting. They're saying that the standard has dropped drastically from what it was previously.
But it hasn't, though. That's a lie.
I think it has. I mean, like, it's like this game I'm playing now, this Wanted Dead. It's so different from everything that's out there now from or that's supposed to be like a mainstream game. The philosophy in the designing those games is completely different to how they made them, say, in the 360 era and the PS2 era. And again, I just think I'll say it's not as good because that's sort of like my subjective opinion. You could say that it's the best it's ever been, and that's probably, to a degree, there's truth in that. Because again, like, there is no definitive, true north to answer that question.
I would argue there is, though. I would say,
what is that?
Like, I would say, like, if you're a fighting game fan, obviously in the past we have, good fighting games, but like you got Street Fighter doing like 92 Metacritic, you got Tekken doing like 90 something Metacritic, you got Mortal Kombat doing great numbers, you got the Dragon Ball Z game coming out. What else do we have?
Fucking Zero.
Like, if you're fighting
Apparently it's as good as Budokai.
Yeah, the last 2 years for fighting game fans has been crazy, right? I remember I was on the CRPG post, right? So some people decided playing, CRPG games like Baldur's Gate, Pillars of Eternity, Wasteland, and this guy commented saying like, "Oh, I just played Wasteland and Pillars of Eternity. I wish we had more CRPG games." And everyone in that community was like, "What are you talking about? There's so many of these games.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're just a noob who just got into this scene, but there's many of these games." And then bam, you got Baldur's Gate 3. There is no CRPG game back in the past that would ever command 150 million budget. And Baldur's Gate 3 did that. You got Elden Ring, so like the biggest Souls-like game ever. Wasn't 5 years ago, 7 years ago. It's now in 2023, 2024. Like how we have all these games, even Star Wars, right? People might say Outlaws isn't that great, but people all say the exact same thing. If you want an open world Star Wars game, this is the game for you. But if you want to play one of the best Star Wars game, then Jedi Survivor does a really good job of that. Like we got two of like the best Star Wars like games in recent time.
Again, that's very subjective, because when you start to use budget as like your metric, that's very relative to inflation and all these other things. I believe like the best Star Wars games ever made were the Knights of the Old Republic games, and I believe that whole era, that Xbox, PlayStation 2 era,
Gameplay included.
yes, dude, that's the most in terms of like gay, like, and again, you have to look at it at the time, but in terms of like RPG mechanics,
I have to look at it now,
and
bro.
well, go look at it now. Go look at it now.
Because
there's a
that's what
reason-
makes something timeless, bro. It's the reason chess, even after hundreds of years, is
But you
still
know
as
how-
riveting as it is.
But you know how Knights of the Old Republic plays. It plays like Baldur's Gate.
What are you talking about, dude? I replayed it. I replayed it. When was it? I think it was 2018 or something. I replayed
It plays.
and
It's a CRPG. It plays like Baldur's Gate. Like I
it's
have
fine.
like, yeah.
It's
so,
fine.
like-
It's not riveting, bro. Come on.
I
But
would
that's
listen. I think
your take.
you can make an
That's-
argument that
Yeah,
like
yeah, for
KOTOR
me.
is, the best Star Wars game. I'm not even gonna dispute that, because okay, that could be subjective. But once again, I'm talking about take the industry as a whole to where it's at now. It's a lot more obviously diverse. Like even let's look at even live service games like open
Don't
world.
use the D word.
Let's look at mobile games like how many like to play Genshin Impact, a game that is AAA level on your mobile phone, 200 million downloads. That's crazy. That's insane. Then you go Honkai as well. Like then you go 7-11-0, whatever it's called. We're in a great Fire Emblem. If you're a Fire Emblem fan,
Zenless Zone Zero.
Zenless Zone Zero. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, the best Fire Emblem game came out a couple of years ago. Like Treehouse, Zelda, like one of the best Zeldas. Really, I mean, you had Ocarina of Time, right? Everyone says that's timeless. And then you ask them what's the next best one. Most people will say, "Hey, Breath of the Wild is pretty much up there." They're gonna skip Wind Waker, right? They're gonna skip Twilight Princess. So right now, you're probably playing one of the best Zelda games ever released, right?
Yeah,
you got
if
Metro Prime
that's what
Remaster
you're
coming
into,
out.
yeah.
You got the new Resident Evil games are good, because remember
That's what it's about, Oshis. It's about what you're into, bro.
But remember,
That's
the
my
Resident
thing,
Evil
is that-
games went through a patch with 5 and 6. Well, 5, everyone was like, 5 is a little bit too action oriented. What did Capcom do? They reverted back and made things better, right? Everyone says Resident Evil games are much better now. Look at Monster Hunter. It's been progressively getting better. It went from selling 5 million, 10 million per installment to then Monster Hunter World doing 30 million. Like these games, they're so much better. More people are playing them. More people love them and enjoying them. They're all
again-
being rated highly, but for some reason,
But they're
everything is
not-
bad.
No, but like I mean, again, it's very subjective to say that they're all doing great. Like a lot of these games are not even making the sort of money that the studios want to be making. I mean, if you look at the overall health of the industry, is in my opinion in one of the most dire conditions it's ever been. And if you look at like how volatile
What?
everything.
I would disagree.
Well, I mean, like, let me
Come
make my
on,
point.
Oshis.
Let me make my point.
All right.
And then
Go
you
ahead,
guys can
go ahead.
disagree.
All right.
So, like, if you look at, like, for instance, the amount of studio closures we have, if you look at, like, the amount or the diversity, to use Taye's word here, of
Failure is being held to
triple
account.
H, yes,
is
well,
bad.
of triple A games being put out there, and how many of them are different. And if you look at, like, for instance, where the industry for the longest time has been trying to steer us, and it's this whole thing where we no longer, I mean, the biggest gripe that I have more than anything else, more than like all the politics stuff, is the fact that you can no longer release a game day one and get a fully finished product. we are in a situation where every single big game that comes out takes about 6 months to be ready, or to be fully playable in the sort of state that a customer would typically expect it. Whereas back in the day, a game came out, the moment you take it out of the plastic box, you put it in, you've got a full game. There's no patching, there's nothing. That is the final game. So I think that is a huge problem that a lot of the time does not sort of get discussed, and it gets lost in all this political BS. The next one is the amount of garbage microtransaction and crappy currencies that the companies have been trying to sort of rake into this. To me, those are the two things that primarily, when I look at the health of the industry, that concern me. And then the third one would be, like, for instance, big studios like EA, your Microsoft, etc. They all now just focusing on 3 or on one product, where they had like 5 or 10 before. Go look at there's a nice chart that's been circulating for a while now of the GTA games made since, or the amount of games Rockstar has made since GTA 5 was released.
We've all seen that chart.
And then I think if you look at that and you compare it to most other devs out there, they follow a similar trajectory where they're releasing less and less and less games, and they're starting to focus on like 1 or 2 primary games that can guarantee a return because the budgets are so high. And I think that's the third thing that's making the industry incredibly unhealthy. Are we getting more smaller people making games? Yes, and that's fantastic. I'm not critiquing that. I'm just saying that the state of the AAA industry is not as healthy as it was back in the day.
Let it die. Let
And I agree
AAA
with you.
die.
I
They're
agree
the
with
ones
you.
who've been shiving us this entire time. Let them starve. Let them
Yeah,
shut
so-
down all their studios. It's
So
fine.
I think when
We
it comes
won't
to
miss
AAA,
them.
I think when it comes to AAA industry, one thing we need to realize is that what was AAA like 7 years ago, 10 years ago, is very different to what it is now, right? And I think the AA space and the indie space have kind of leveled up in that sense. So I wouldn't really look at that now and I wouldn't see that as a major complaint. You said studios are making less games, which is true. I mean, some of them are making less games, but I remember there was a time when we were saying that, like, hey, you guys are releasing too many games, like, slow down and focus on this. We were telling Ubisoft, stop making all these games, like, slow down, take a year off, take 2 years off, or whatever it is. Now we're saying, no, make more. I don't understand. And I also think about it. Yeah, the developers are making less games, but there's less time, right? Because the problem isn't that it's a lot of games. The problem is there isn't enough time to play all these games. Like right now, like Loke just showed you right there, Astrobot, Warhammer, Plucky Squire, and Tor. Like, who has time to play all these games? They just don't. Like, you have indie developers literally telling AAA studios, "Can you not release your game near mine, please? Because I don't want my game to get drowned out." So I don't really buy that one too much. When it comes to microtransactions, yeah, listen, there's issues there, but it came with the territory of doing DLCs. Right now, like I said, we have games like Genshin Impact. The only reason why that game works is because it's a live service game, and that's 200 million people. Like right now, you could get a kid who's 7, 8, 9 years old. He would just download Genshin, and he's getting a AAA experience on his phone. Like, when could I get that when I was a kid? Like, it's impossible. I'd have to get a Game Boy Advance, and I couldn't get that level of graphics, right? The only thing I really agree with you is, like, yeah, games are coming out broken, or then they need to be patched. But I think that's such an easy fix. Just don't buy them. Just wait. Like, no one has a gun to anyone's head, everybody who bought that Ubisoft, DLC, the prepackaged stuff, like, that's on you, bro. Like, we've been through this for years now. Just don't buy them. Just wait, and you get the best version. It's why the Xbox guys are saying the PlayStation guys are going to get the best version of these games because it's going to be patched. When The Witcher 3 came out, I didn't buy it straight away. I waited like a few months, and then I got it. Baldur's Gate 3, I haven't bought it yet. I'm going to play it probably this year or next year. And guess what? I'm going to get the best version of it. So, well, I agree.
But you have to understand the entire, but that's not sort of how video game, a lot of, depending on the franchise, if you ship your game broken at launch, it could make or break that entire franchise. And what we're seeing is what's happening now is that a lot of games they're shipping, they're not ready. Look at how the impact that had on, like, Halo, for instance. Halo campaign, I disagree with a lot of people that say that campaign is fantastic, but it's a competent campaign. It's a good campaign. Everybody agrees.
Fight me.
It's solid.
Fight me. That Halo campaign was nice.
But then the second part of Halo is that Halo always used to like ship with a complete multiplayer suite, and for some reason Microsoft didn't have that down, and that affected the lifestyle, like the life cycle of that game. Like, I mean, like, it's, if you look at the numbers, it's actually sad to see Halo do these kind of numbers. And so basically what I'm saying is that sometimes that 6 months can kill your game, or that year that we have to patch your game and get it to where it is. It can affect the sales of your game, and it can affect whether or not how much money you spend and how many resources you dedicate to your next game.
Yeah, I mean, there's agreement there, but I want to attribute that to like this period that we're in being the worst. I mean, someone can say it's the worst because, well, games are coming out a little bit broken, but as soon as
not a little bit broken, but like there's a lot of, I mean, take Cyberpunk.
Don't you dare bring up Cyberpunk. I freaking knew you were gonna bring up Cyberpunk. God,
yes,
let me bring up Cyberpunk.
Come up with a new trick, bro. Leave Cyberpunk alone.
Jedi Survivor. That game should have been a 10 out of 10. It should have been Game of the Year. It should have been the greatest Star Wars experience to date. But it shipped so broken and so badly broken at that.
But to be fair, it was worse on PC, right?
It was worse on PC, but it was just as well. It was just as bad in certain.
Yeah, console wasn't great, but it was on PC. Yeah, like these are the things I will agree with you on. But I wouldn't trade this for the diverse range of AAA games we're getting. Like, let's not forget, like, you know, we had God of War Ragnarok, we have Ghost of Tsushima, you know, we had Cyberpunk.
But those are not diverse, though. Those are like all third person. Like, when you talk about diversity, I'm talking about like the types of, you know, experiences. Those are very similar experiences, Ty. If you look at like if you take the games that you just mentioned now, and then you compare them to the diversity in like the indie AA space, it's day and night. These ones you can literally all categorize as the same thing that we've been playing for the last 10 years. FPS, RPG, it's all games made in a very, very similar mold. And it's all franchises that are just being reskinned or reshopped or resold to a newer generation. But you're not getting the sort of like pushing of the boundaries that you used to. Whether it's visually, whether it's gameplay-wise, or just innovation.
But I mean, yeah, but the thing is that these boxes are still being ticked. So God of War Ragnarok, I mean, for me, like it was good. It was different. You know, they added something new to it with the throwing axe. Horizon Forbidden West, you know, it had a good premise. You know, I've never played a game where it's primarily focused on the bow and arrow. Even think about Days Gone. Like, yeah, it was similar to World War Z in the sense that you had a horde of zombies, but Days Gone, the execution was actually a lot better. Like, you know, the game looked better, had a decent story. Spider-Man 2, yeah, okay, it's a very, you know, it's a similar game, third person, whatever, but the swinging, the movement is different. Like these elements make the game different, and I think everyone agrees because these games go on to sell millions and millions and millions. And the reason why, you know,
not Spider-Man 2, but okay,
Spider-Man 2 did sell millions, right?
It sold like 10 million.
Well, the reason why Ubisoft was getting in trouble is because their games were feeling extremely similar.
Investment.
Their games wasn't really doing anything that much that wasn't new. But like, listen, you brought up an example saying, well, from a graphics perspective, we ain't really pushing much. I mean, listen, Hellblade 2 came out, amazing graphics. There you go. There's one. It's a game that's also different. You know, it's doing something very different. Didn't sell well. You had Hi-Fi Rush, another AAA-ish kind of game that came out that did something different. Guess what? People didn't buy it. So of course these guys are going to respond.
That's exactly but the difference is this, Ty, is that if Hellblade should not be a game that's going to close down your studio. Not that it is. Like, I mean, like, we haven't seen what Microsoft is doing with it, but I don't think Hellblade was as successful as Hi-Fi Rush, for instance.
I agree.
I think Hi-Fi Rush probably did more, and in terms of just accolades, I don't know how it's going to do during the Game Awards, but in terms of accolades, in terms of actual industry recognition, in terms of even player numbers, I'm sure Hi-Fi Rush is going to do more, and it costs less to make. Hellblade cost so much, because to me, and again, Microsoft has not disclosed, but I don't think Hellblade cost anything less than 90 million to make. And in fact, I think I'm being generous. I would say probably anything between 90 million and 120 million is probably how much it took. And if you look at how much game is there, there's not much. But I get what they were going for, but it should not have cost that much. That's a game that should have been made for 15 to 20 million.
But you see, but that's the point right there, right? They did something different. Like, we might not like the game, but it's a very different experience. And you know, it's what you're saying earlier, which was, you know, we're not really getting much innovation. The graphics ain't been pushing. Hellblade is different. Hellblade is that game you're talking about. Hi-Fi Rush is that game you're talking about, and those games didn't do the numbers. Another game that we could say is different is Baldur's Gate 3. Like, when people tell me about Baldur's Gate 3 and how, like, oh, we should all, like, make games like, I get confused because they say we need to make games like Baldur's Gate 3, and this is a standard we expect. But that game cost 150 million. It had across 4 different, or 4 or 5, sorry, 100 to 150 million across 4 to 5 different development teams in 4 to 5 different countries, a 7-year timeline. I said it to you last time, and even after 7 years, the game still had problems with its third act. So people are saying make games like that, but we don't even have that time or that budget. And then at the same time, now there's some turnaround saying, well, now you got to make games like Astro Ball that costs 3 years to make with 20 million budget. Like, which one is it? Do you want a Baldur's Gate 3 or do you want Astro Ball?
So tell me, let's
everything.
talk about Baldur's. Absolutely, I agree. So, but let's talk about, like, for instance, Baldur's Gate 3. All right, cool. So you're saying that the issue with Baldur's Gate 3 is that it was an expensive AA game to make, because it's AAA by the budget size, but it's not done by a AAA studio. Larian, and in fact, even when they are questioned on this, they always insist to say, we are still a small company, we're still a small production. Where I have an issue with, like, well, how is it a lie? Because of the fact that, dude, like, if you look at, like, the choices and the decisions made in Baldur's Gate, today BioWare cannot make those same decisions. And they're probably not even getting the same amount of money to make the next Dragon Age, in my opinion, because of the fact that they've failed so much at this. But my thing is that they have the freedom of a AA smaller company, but they have Chinese money, which is the same thing with Wukong and all these other developers. They have Chinese money that's not tied to all these other weird-ass conditions that the West imposes on games. So, like, I feel like, like, comparing, like, I don't think Baldur's Gate is a good example for that you're trying to make. Give me a big, like, the only
Baldur's Gate is a perfect example because first of all, the around 400 people worked on Baldur's Gate. Is that not a AAA studio?
I mean,
employees.
That's AAA as far as I'm concerned.
AAA does 150 million budget
EA or whatever.
150 million budget, 7-year timeline. Like,
but
those
I'll
are crazy numbers.
Sorry. Does Larian have the same limitations that BioWare has in terms of making a game at that scope? That's what I'm saying to you. That, like, if that game was being made, limitations in the sense that, like, if again, and it used to be made by BioWare, if BioWare made Baldur's Gate 3, you would be getting something closer to, what is this game that they're making now, Dragon Age Veilguard, more than you are getting something like the quality of the product that was produced by Larian, who, mind you, refused AAA money to go take Chinese money because they were offering them more freedom. What I'm saying is that the sort of restrictions and limitations that a game
restrictions and limitations dictate whether you're AA or AAA.
No, I said
it's not the budget anymore.
I mean, like, I think I clarified by saying that Larian has the freedom of a AA company, which is where all the difference is. That's all that counts. Anybody could have money. You could be a dude that just decided, like, you're a multi-billionaire and you decide to put money towards making a game, and you could make a AAA game, I suppose, in theory. But all I'm saying is that the difference is...
it's not in theory. In fact, from your lips to God's ears, I'm going to be a billionaire, people. Anyway, carry on.
But my thing is, I'm not saying, like, look, I'm not saying the budget is not AAA, but I'm saying the philosophy in making that game was very much AA. And is it Zank? What's his name? The dude that...
Do you know why? Okay, I'll just disagree. I see what you're trying to say, but the reason why I'm just going to disagree is because Larian themselves said it's a AAA game. And one of the reasons why they said it's a AAA game is because when they were trying to get money to actually make this game, they didn't, when they were talking about what kind of sales they expected, they said, we didn't know because nobody ever made a AAA CRPG game before. So we didn't know exactly what to expect. But we made it, and now we see it's doing really well. I guess my point is, Larian it's a little bit of an exception in the sense that everybody has to play by certain rules, and they managed to play by a little bit different rules, as you said, by getting some support from Tencent, right? Which is fine. But
just like Wukong, which you cannot compare to a Western, you cannot compare that to a Western AAA game. That's all I'm saying. So let me consider.
Are you saying Wukong is not AAA?
No, I'm saying it's AAA. I'm just saying you can't compare it to a Western AAA game. So let me concede this to you, Ty. Huh? No, in terms of, like, the design philosophy behind it, in terms of, like, the restrictions, in terms of it's much better. That's my whole point, is that with Western AAA games, the philosophy is very different in terms of how those games are put together. The only company that I could say that you could compare, like for instance, to Larian is Rockstar, because they're not under any sort of pressure to deliver immediately on that game, not based on what they've done before. Everyone else is on this
So they
on
are
this like
AAA
Wall
then.
Street model.
If they're Rockstar, they are AAA. Yes.
This is what I'm exactly. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. I'm conceding. I'm saying, okay, cool. Then
Okay.
call it AAA, right? Let's say that Baldur's Gate is a AAA game. So, Taye, give me an example of a Western AAA game that's built in the same mold as Baldur's Gate 3.
Can I say God of War? Can I say Horizon Forbidden West?
No.
You
Those are
can, but
both
I
under the-
disagree
But they're
I
under the
don't like
wing of
what is
Sony.
the disagreement in because
because
look,
of the
like,
type of game that Baldur's Gate 3 is. It's not
Baldur's Gate is a-
built. First
it's
of
an
all, it's
RPG.
it's a CRPG,
Yeah,
which is not a very popular genre in general. Like for instance, on consoles, etc. It's traditionally not that popular.
Mhm.
So like Sony does
Cautious.
not make a game.
But you
like
see, I'm not
Baldur's Gate
looking at the genre though, right? I'm looking
Alright.
at just the budget, the team size, and I'm saying, well, okay,
Tell it.
well, that's what it is, right?
Time. Oshus has moved the goalpost so far, we're out of the stadium. That's how far Oshus has moved the goalpost. All right.
I'll concede. It's
Um,
fine.
the agreement that I wanted to come out here, right, with this whole schedule of upcoming games is that, gents, video games are doing fine. They're doing just fine, and we are stacked. As for the well-being of the companies and corporations that make them, I want to repeat what I said last week. These companies have never once worried about whether I had food on the table.
Yep.
I don't remember Xbox ever looking for me and asking me like, dude, do you still have a job? Can you still afford to buy the new Xbox console? I've never had PlayStation give me PS Plus for free because, it's a tight month. So we need to stop worrying about the health of the industry, the health of the people that make the games, because they don't care about us, guys. Every relationship that we have on this planet, even with our parents, did you guys know that babies only smile at their mother because of the milk that they need to guarantee that they keep getting? Even babies know that it's quid pro quo. So let's stop. Let's stop worrying about these people that care nothing for us, and start worrying about ourselves and our pockets. Oshus, plug your stuff. Tell people where they can find you, etc., etc.
So guys, I am primarily on Facebook on Xbox Players South Africa. I also do have a presence on Twitter where I'll always either be having a back and forth with Taye or Loke. Aside from that, I am planning to do some YouTube stuff soon. So you guys watch that space. But wherever you look for me, it's just my name, Oshus, or Oz the Wiz on Twitter. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oshus, look at the chat.
What's happening in the chat?
Look at the chat that I put up on the screen. Can you see the screen?
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, who's this now? This is the cool person.
It's Oshus. That's who it is.
This guy.
Taye, plug your stuff. Tell people what
How
you're
you
up
do
to,
me like that.
etc.
Yeah, you guys can find me at Taye Talks, TAYETALKS on YouTube, and same on Twitter.
Quick and dirty. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on gaming. This week we did a lot more gaming than everything. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, it's so much video game stuff, especially thanks to Space Marine, Astrobot. It's a packed week, and Wukong. Tomorrow I will be streaming Football Manager 2024, and we're going to be restarting, and respecking the manager, who is Mr. Lamar Michael, in Trenčín, Slovakia. We shall see how that works out. Hopefully, I'll have a budget, because in Football Manager 2020, I had zero budget, no money at all. Let's see what happens this time. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the like button, share the video out. We do live podcast and video game streams every single day. So tomorrow is the Football Manager stream. Wednesday, me and Ham are going to do the lowdown, unless he still has internet problems, in which case I'll probably have to rope these two console gremlins, into showing up on Wednesday. On Thursday, Ham should have his internet sorted by then, so probably have the college football stream. If not, I might just stream Football Manager again. Friday, we're doing bull sitting. Saturday is the Halo stream with Kalela. Make sure you guys come through. Thank you so much. Goodbye.